brand new banger.
What is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I could dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine. Who wants to fight him? And Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just, my man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he
there he goes.
Oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
It is Thursday night, and you know what that means. It is wrestling with knuckleheads. Your boy Toe Tags and Ray is in the building. What's going on, everybody? We had WrestleMania weekend, the Raw after WrestleMania, the speculation before Mania, the Tony Khan, and AEW.
Oh, man. There's a lot. There's a lot. An insane week of wrestling. With the indie shows, WrestleMania, with the Hall of Fame, with fucking NXT. We get to the Raw after Mania. Some craziness happens. Then we start to hear the rumors of the footage will be released. Weird timing, but okay.
He knew what he was doing.
And yeah. The fact that after a great week of wrestling, after people finding that investment again in wrestling, I hate that the only thing people are going to talk about right now is going to be this. Because that's it. we're done with WrestleMania weekend. After the insanity that it was, the story has been finished, or that chapter of the story is finished. And now, fuck it. We're going to see footage that, again, doesn't show anything we didn't already know, in a sense.
Yeah. And, and I'm just going to say this shit right here and now. Fuck it. Tony Khan, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to become a fucking man in every aspect of the fucking word. Stop being a fucking child. Stop being a little pussy. You're ruining wrestling. You're ruining fucking wrestling. I don't give a shit what anybody says about you. You could be a nice man, but you're not a fucking wrestling fan. And I can say that to your fucking face if you want me to. You're not a fucking wrestling fan. It's not because you released a tape and all. It's because your bitch ass thinks that's more important than actual fucking wrestling. What, you tough because you released a fucking tape? Listen, motherfucker, when they had the problem, when the fucking press conference happened, you should have capitalized on that shit. I've been saying this shit since day one. Mr. Tough Guy, if CM Punk had problems with these people, you should have been the man and said, yo, we're going to squash this shit and we're going to make money off of it. No, what'd you do? You suspended everybody. And then Kenny Omega came back worse than he was because he was hurt like a motherfucker. The Young Bucks came back lame as shit with this EVP shit. And then fucking Jungle Boy pops up out of nowhere and wants to start problems because he wants to use real glass. The fuck you do with the glass? You broke glass. It's a wrestling match. Why don't you wrestle the dude? Why didn't you have a fucking Kumite kickboxer shit and put the tape on the fucking glass or some shit? That's if you really wanted to use real glass. What, you just gonna break a window? Break your fucking car. Break your car window when you leave. The fuck is wrong with you? And then when that happens, oh, it's been too much problems. I'm scared for my life. And you fire fucking CM Punk, or he asked for his release because you're not a fucking boss. You're not a fucking man. It's not even about boss. You're not a fucking man. What kind of shit is this? What kind of shit is this, bro? And then WrestleMania happens, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Your golden child and Cody Rhodes, who put AEW together with you and other people, completed his story and made another company billions of dollars. Millions of dollars based off of his shirt.
Yeah.
His shirt alone made more money than AEW did, period, right? Now, you want to release a fucking tape about CM Punk. Motherfucker, take his dick out your mouth. It's been in there since he fucking did the pipe bomb. You're not a fucking fan, bro. You're not a fan. If you're a fan of wrestling, none of this shit would be important to you. You should be happy for Cody Rhodes and what the WWE's doing. Why? Because it's expanding the view of wrestling. And aren't you a wrestling company? Aren't you the alternative? Didn't you build it off of you gonna be real fucking wrestling? Wasn't that what AEW was built off of? Didn't they say that shit to us when they fucking advertised it? Real wrestling's back. You want a forbidden door with fucking New Japan and Mexico, and the minute the shit gets a little fucking tough, all of a fucking sudden, you fuck up your relationship with Mexico, all your fucking Mexican stars are nowhere to be fucking seen. And then you sign top talent after top talent after top talent, and we gotta wait 6 to 8 months before we watch them wrestle. You signed Will Ospreay in November, and we ain't get to see him wrestle until March. Sasha Banks comes in March and she hasn't fucking did anything but did commentary. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is it? Yo, this isn't wrestling, bro. This is a fucking variety show. This is why I don't watch Dynamite. This is why I call all those other fucking shows a house show. Because it's bullshit. Like, the fuck am I gonna do here? What am I doing here? This isn't what I was raised off. This isn't who I am. I'm not doing this shit for pops every fucking, I got an announcement. Fuck your announcement. Every goddamn week an announcement. Suck my dick, bro. This is bullshit. You're ruining this shit. And as someone who actually is a fan of wrestling or a fan of the business, just took your fucking soul by hiring somebody that y'all deemed was too wild to control and all other shit. And what'd he do? What'd he do, Ray? What Triple H do? Yo, CM Punk, go cut an interview. Go to Ariel Helwani and tell him what happened. And you're done. And the best thing you got is you had Adam Copeland go out and say, I'm having all the fun of my life. And you send out a fucking tape that shows that Jungle Boy's a bitch. What'd you accomplish, bro? You put that much thought into your fucking storylines? Hook wants to leave. And Hook ain't nowhere near close to being in the Indies. And he wants to test his merit in the WWE? You kidding me? This is going to be the second star that you let go to go to another company that's not even ready to fucking be there. And they're probably going to be bigger there than they are on AEW.
I was going to say, yeah, they'll probably make them a lot better. And this situation, again, it sucks in all parties. All fucking parties, because it's a situation of, again, everyone's enjoying wrestling right now. Everyone was having a good time. Fucking wrestling was thriving. If you're a wrestling company and did not decide to either run a show WrestleMania weekend or week, I should say, capitalize off the momentum and push your shit. They have a pay-per-view in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it.
And it's like, fuck it. Use WrestleMania week and push your shit. That's all you had to do. They had Super Card of Honor last Friday. I said this to someone. I can't remember who I said it to, but fuck it. I doubt people knew Super Card of Honor was a thing on Friday. That congratulations to fucking Mark Briscoe finally became ROH World Champion. A man that has been with the original Ring of Honor since basically the inception of the company.
Yeah.
And this man can't get his flowers because fuck it. We got to show the tape. And then it's like,
that proved that he was wrong.
It's like, okay, show the tape. Then you decide, fucking, now we're going to make it a segment. And it's like, oh, well, we're going to fucking bait and switch you and make you wait. And it's like, okay, when are you going to show us? Cool, now we see the video. Wait. So he was right. If I were, my thing is this. If you're going to do this, make sure that the video you are showing is actually going to make us be like, oh, damn. We don't like that guy anymore.
Yeah.
When I saw the video last night, all I could think was Punk never lied. The only thing, and we said it off air, the only thing Punk lied about, he didn't fucking say that he threw a last punch. And it was barely a punch.
It was a stiff arm.
Like, it's like, and again, it's a situation of, fuck it. Who gives a fuck at this point? Punk is doing great in WWE. Fucking the Drew McIntyre segment worked. They're about to have a nice fucking angle. And AEW should be worried about fucking Dynasty on the 21st. They just released their pay-per-view schedule. Worry about fucking your shows. Worry about your product. You have a company that is now having some of the best fucking wrestlers in the world. Will Ospreay, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson. Oh, fucking Kata. And you're worried about stupid petty shit.
And yo, bro, and I'm going to be complete, and I'm a fan. Everyone know I don't work in the business. I'm not backstage. I don't do this shit. I don't know the hidden features and none of that shit. The way he's running his company, I could give a fuck. I can care less. He has all those people in his company. I don't watch it. As a fan, I should be thrilled because all those people are there. Dream match galore. I could give a fuck because of the way he runs his company.
And that's the issue. That is the issue, because with what he has, it should make any wrestling fan want to watch.
Yep.
It should make fans want to fucking watch his show, because especially if you're an independent wrestling fan, this is the indie perfect company. And they've lost that edge of it. They've lost that feeling. It's become, again, it sucks because I said it from a get-go when I started doing these with you guys, that it's like they're going to end up copying the WWE format.
Bro. At this point, I would be happy if they copied WCW's fucking format, because the difference between WCW and AEW is WCW died because the fucking AOL, who bought over Time Warner Company, didn't want WCW on the air. They didn't want it on the air. So they had to fight against the machine. And the best way for them to take it off the air was to hire Vince Russo, because they knew that no matter what, it was going to be headbutting and they were eventually going to fuck up everything. You have the support of the fucking company, the same company that threw WCW off the air. You got the support of them. The same company. You got the support. You are hiring. You have an unlimited bankroll. You are hiring everyone out of their mother. Like right now, I swear to God, they will give Ray millions of dollars to be a commentator on his fucking show, and he'll never show up because it takes 20 fucking months for him to show up on TV. But he'll be paid millions of dollars, and no one will give a shit that he did it in that company, and you're fucking it up. Does that make sense?
It doesn't. Well, the part of it is that, because I saw the comparison last night like crazy to WCW. And again, I want AEW to succeed. I want the company to thrive. I want the company to be a thing, because alternatives are great. Competition is great. When you have that, it makes everyone fucking get hungrier. Now it isn't just New York. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. What people forget is because this is, I'll get to this part, because this is why I say I don't want to defend, but it's a little bit I have to. Because the issue with all this is because last night we talked about the video right now. We said what it showed, and we now know, everyone knows what the video showed. It still showed us how fans are very fucking cliquey. That again, we're talking about issues because we want to see the company succeed. We want to see the company actually become something, because we want to see the alternative. We want to see another wrestling company. We don't want to see another sports entertainment or sports entertainment centric company.
Yeah, WWE Light.
We don't want to see that, because the funny thing is WWE is now moving away from that. WWE is fucking trying to bring wrestling back.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of, when you are the company that said was going to do this, don't fucking forget that part. Because now you're doing that, and now it's like, okay, we're going to see this. Okay, cool. Have some entertainment value. Again, it makes sense that it draws people in, but don't forget your core values. Don't forget the craft. Don't forget all that, because then this is why we have fucking people that have fucking amazing talent there, and they're never fucking used. And it's like, you have technically 3 ways to show them. Show them on Dynamite, show them on fucking ROH, show them on Rampage or Collision. And it's like, if we can't do that, then what the fuck is the point? And it's a thing of, last night, showing that video and seeing people still try to talk shit about AEW or talk shit about fucking WWE, to a point that it's like, no matter what, they're not even saying shit that is relevant to the fucking video. Like, you got that. This is the issue. This has become a WWE versus AEW thing. It shouldn't be. If you are a fan of wrestling, you should want both companies to strive.
And not for nothing, it can't be AEW versus WWE anymore, because WWE is fixing the problems that WWE had. This era of WWE is versus the old WWE.
Yeah, no, Triple H said it. Triple H legit said they're now competing against themselves, because they're now trying to make this into, again, that wrestling company. They're trying to be a company where, again, now you want to fucking watch. It should become something like that, because there was a time that it's like, fuck, I can't wait to watch Raw, or there was a time I can't wait to fucking watch SmackDown. Oh shit, the pay-per-view's coming. We're ready. That should be the feeling again. Instead of, well, here comes Raw.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't feel like a chore to watch wrestling. When it becomes a chore, that's an issue.
And the fucked up thing is this. The biggest comment that CM Punk made in that interview with Eric Hawani that they should have took offense to was when he said that you're more interested in putting on 5-star matches than selling pay-per-views and tickets and all that other shit.
Yeah.
That should have been an insult. Because when you listen, fuck Dave Meltzer. I don't give a shit. But when you're in there in the ring trying to put on the best match that you fucking can, when anybody insults that's a fucking insult. Because you're doing the best you can in your craft. The issue with that is, this is where Tony Khan and everybody else should be fucking stepping up and going, the reason why they have the best match that they have is because of the story that we fucking told. If no one knows why you're wrestling and you put on a 5-star match, that's good for one time, maybe 2. After that, I saw this shit already. I don't know why you're wrestling. And everyone ran with it. Everyone ran with it. Eric Bischoff ran with it. Conan, Disco Inferno, What Culture Wrestling. Everyone ran with that fucking statement. Everyone was like, nah, this all that. I told you they were only caring about what Dave Meltzer said. Blah, blah, blah. I doubt those fucking wrestlers give a shit about Dave Meltzer's fucking star rating, to be honest with you. I don't, no one gives a shit about that. They just fucking use it because it's easy to get at Tony Khan with that. But the fact that you're fucking insulting wrestlers for putting on the best match that they can is an issue. But also, where is the drive to fucking have a story beyond one fucking phase? Dude, Wardlow, the hottest thing going with him and MJF. After that, crashed, burned. Ruby Soho, hottest thing going when she debuted, crashed, burned. Fucking Rosa, Thunder Rosa, hottest thing with her and Britt Baker. She won the title, crashed and burned. Right now, Toni Storm, when she lose the title, crash and burn. As much as people want to say these people should be protected and all other shit, they're not. It's the flavor of the month. You got to get over. You got to do this, and there's no foresight for the future.
And that's a huge issue because it's like, it's one thing. Okay, cool. Have the momentum, build them up. Even in a loss, you should be able to keep them in play. We shouldn't just be like, what the fuck happened to this guy?
Yeah.
And then you have stars, and you still don't do fucking shit with them. And the thing is, okay, the Meltzer comment. And this is where people might hate me for saying a statement like this, but know who cares about the Dave Meltzer stars?
Dave Meltzer stars?
The stars, all that shit. The 5-star shit.
Yeah.
You know who cares about that shit?
Who?
Marks.
Yeah.
Because the minute Dave Meltzer says, oh, this match is only 4 stars, they go crazy. Or, oh, fuck, this match is a 5-star match? Cool. Fucking, oh, it's the 6-star match? Holy shit.
But who
you know when you should care about someone saying how good a fucking match was? When an actual person that's been in the ring says it. When someone that's actually tenured in this business says how good a match was. When someone who's actually respected and not made a fool of in this fucking business, because they've said it, every single person that actually has done something in this business has said how much they've made fun of Meltzer, how much the people in the back make fun of Meltzer, how much they've fucking just, they've legit to a degree of saying they would give him fake fucking news to see him post it. And you see it now because there's a bunch of new Meltzers. I'm not going to say their names, but there's a bunch of new Meltzers who post fake fucking shit. And then when it doesn't happen, oh, the plans were changed. No. The plans never changed. You just didn't know what the fuck was actually going on.
Bitch.
Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And the reason I say this is because I laugh at a lot of this, because sometimes when I hear this and I'm like, that doesn't sound like something that would happen. Hold on. Hit up someone that actually knows. Hey, is this what's going on? Nope. Cool. But I'm not going to say shit. Because why the fuck? Why ruin this shit? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, it's so idiotic to see this shit. You know when someone should care? like I said, when people that have actually done some shit in this business, that actually have had that fucking glory to be in that ring, that has been respected by their peers. When someone like, just to name a few, when a fucking Homicide says something about your match, that's when you should fucking care. When again, the guy that just won the Ring of Honor world title, Mark Briscoe, says something about your match, that's when you should fucking care. When a Low Key, a fucking Amazing Red, guys like that, fucking, let's go to the E Standard, a Steve Corino, a fucking Shelton Benjamin, guys that again have done shit in this squared circle. Fucking Rey Mysterio, him getting to now work with a lot of the younger guys in the E. That tells you something.
Yo, you better make a segment out of that shit, Matt.
Yo, Matt, I'm gonna need you to cut me a promo and build it up.
Because all I did was choke somebody out, Matt. I didn't fucking threaten nobody's life.
Yo, I'm gonna need you to bait and switch me, my dude. I'm gonna need you to be like, yeah. Before we show it though, this is all because of Fulano's fault.
Word.
Wait, can we say that? No, we can't say that. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Well, that's who we should care about, not fucking who says this is 5 stars, who says this is, who the fuck cares?
Bro, and if you're watching the match, you judge it, right? Like, there's plenty of people that watch movies and they go, it's not for me. Match is not for you. If you're waiting for someone else to fucking tell you it's a 5-star match and you're not a fucking fan of wrestling, you're just a fucking fan of this fucking guy, stay over there. Like, Siskel and Ebert gives it 2 thumbs up, and I always say, who the fuck are these guys? I don't listen to fucking critics or nothing. The only time you look at the reviews of shit that you buy and people put up pictures and proof, oh, this shit broke after 3 uses, maybe I might not buy that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you're not going to know until you experience it. And why is this fucking guy so goddamn important? I'm tired of hearing this fucking guy's name. I am tired of hearing this fucking guy's name. Like, in all honesty, WrestleMania fucking weekend happened. AEW has some of the greatest international stars on their roster. And we're hearing about a fucking guy that a fan, oh no, I'm sorry, he's no longer a fucking fan, that a fucking money mark likes for some fucking reason. And this got in the way of one company actually having success and another company's biggest fucking weekend. And I say this because the hardcore fan isn't gonna be there when Eddie Kingston leaves, when Will Ospreay leaves, when Okada leaves, when Mercedes leaves, when Hook leaves, when Swerve Strickland leaves, when Moxley leaves, when all these people leave one by one because some bullshit's gonna happen again. And they get a better opportunity at a brand new fucking Yankees. Where these hardcore fans gonna be at now? Where they gonna be at now? The reason why people don't ever leave the fandom of Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor stood for something, and it just so happened to not be able to continue running for whatever it may be. Not because someone fucked up running it. ECW has lifelong fans because they just weren't able to sustain the business side of it.
Yep.
Not because Paul Heyman fucked up running it. You fuck up running AEW, those hardcore fans are gone.
Yep.
No matter what you think, they're gone.
And the worst part is that I feel like little by little they're losing that because, again, you're doing things. Next week, they announced, and Joseph said it earlier, which I'm glad that is a dream match of his. They're doing Claudio Castagnoli versus Will Ospreay next week. That's not going to be that's not the thing they're talking about. Though.
Yeah. No.
They announced a good card for next week.
Yo,
no one's going to care.
You know what, yo, Matt, you said you don't care about the footage because it doesn't take away from the wrestlers in the ring. To you, to the rest of the world, you know what I saw this week after Dynamite? I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Wrestling DeLorean. What's going on?
No.
Everybody, come on in. Come in a little closer, because I'm starting to regret yelling. You know what I saw this week after Dynamite?
What?
A bunch of videos saying how Kalisto had Mercedes Moné moaning like that, and a bunch of people saying, "Oh, I guess CM Punk was right." Not one thing about who wrestled on Dynamite, what's happening next week on Dynamite. I didn't even know Dynasty was happening in what, 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? But after I hear Mercedes Moné moaning for 5 seconds on the floor, they say she's gonna make her debut match May, 24th, 25th, against the winner of the TBS championship.
Give or take around there. Yeah.
So you're telling me that Shorty debuted in March, and she ain't gonna wrestle until May? 2 months, 3 months, because it's the end of May.
End of May, yeah. Because whenever, hold on, May 26th.
May 26th, that end of May.
Double or nothing.
It might as well have been June.
Basically.
But we gotta wait 3 months for Shorty to fucking actually wrestle? And then this video comes out.
Yep.
So now, the video took more precedence than your wrestlers. Mercedes Moné moaning took more precedence than your wrestlers. The owner of the company took more precedence than your wrestlers. I can give a fuck about your wrestlers, because you don't give a shit about your wrestlers. Who's the TBS champion? I don't know. Who's the women's champion? I don't know. But we know that for sure the Jungle Boy got choked out, and that CM Punk was right. Thanks. But then you look at the other page. You know what didn't overshadow? Cody Rhodes completed his story. All the records that Roman Reigns has made and held. All the records that Gunther held. Io Shirai with her streak. All of that information was told by WWE. Every single wrestler in the WWE is emphasizing their wrestlers. Even Triple H is mentioning they are wrestlers now. They're not sports entertainers. They're wrestlers. They're back to being wrestlers.
But did you notice? You notice on a card like that, where again, everyone knew the main story we're telling is the Cody finally winning the championship. Cody won, but you were still on the same echelon, able to fucking showcase Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight title. Rhea Ripley retaining her women's championship. Bayley winning her women's championship. New tag team championships.
For both shows.
Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental title, but still showcasing how great of a run Gunther had with the Intercontinental Championship. And it's a way that it shows that you can showcase multiple people on your company. And that's how wrestling should be.
Yeah.
You have your main story. But look at that. You were able to finish that fucking story.
Yo, but here's the thing though.
With stuff like that.
Yo, Matt, you can try to defend AEW all you want. AEW doesn't exist anymore. We are watching Tony Khan play with his figures. That's what we're watching. You can have all the respect for the wrestlers on his roster, no problem. And you can want to defend them because where you're at. I understand. I know from Ray how this shit works. But reality is, what I said was the fucking truth. Because if you look up on Twitter, you're gonna see a lot of videos of Mercedes Moné moaning, and a lot of people mentioning Kalisto, and a lot of people mentioning this fucking leaked video that they made a whole segment for.
Yep.
And nothing about Julia Hart, Toni Storm. Maybe Toni Storm because she kissed somebody, and I don't even know who the fuck she kissed.
No, it was the girl that the person that's in her faction.
Okay.
Mariah May kissed the girl from Stardom.
Okay.
But
and also
yeah,
nothing about potentially having the first African American AEW champion. Nothing about that, because the only time I hear about Swerve Strickland is when someone outside the wrestling company talks about Swerve Strickland. And when I say that, I mean someone in our group chat or Joseph saying that he wants Swerve Strickland to be champion. You know, and I don't hear none of that in the AEW shit. But I do hear how the ratings went up when he showed the segment. And I do see a lot of tweets about, oh, this is awesome chant is deserved. But no match is mentioned. I didn't even know there was a fucking pay-per-view. And I'm not paying $50 for it. They didn't earn that right. The talent on the card, yeah, there'll be a hell of a show. I'm no problem there, but they didn't earn that. I work hard for my money. And I'm not giving it to just anybody. This is a fan. This is someone outside the business, not just outside. This is someone who wakes up in the morning, goes to work, comes home, and watches wrestling to get away from the bullshit that's happening in his life. And lives vicariously through the characters on TV. And now I'm too fucking invested with their personal fucking lives. Because that's all over the goddamn place also. And I don't get to hear the fucking story of what's happening in real life.
No.
I still do not know why Mercedes Moné is going for the TBS championship. It has not come out of anyone's mouth on why she wants that title.
No.
Yo, bro, we don't need your voice note, bro. We see it. We see it. There's no defending this child.
I don't think Matt
running a company.
I don't think it's Matt wanting to defend that. It's
I
like I was doing earlier. It's like I was saying, because again,
I get it.
At the end of the day, it isn't on the workers. It isn't, because there is a bunch of great people that work there. As again, the issue is, and this is what we're trying to get at, there's great workers in both companies.
Yeah.
When people start talking shit about, oh, WWE sucks and AEW sucks, or this wrestling company sucks, or that wrestling company sucks, and it's like, wait, so the wrestling is bad? No. Just it's like, no. So you don't. It's not the company. Blame the person you actually want to blame. This is why we said, and I said it last week when we talked about WrestleMania, and we finally got to see it. Triple H, for the longest, was playing fix-up. This WrestleMania, we finally got to see Triple H create.
Yeah.
And it was shown. It was finally shown. We got to see it in its glory. And look at that. It might have been one of the best WrestleManias we've seen in years.
And I just want to say that I told y'all this shit could happen overnight.
But it had to take a while. It had to take a while.
For years, y'all was saying it trust the process. For years, y'all been saying that. But nah, I digress. But yo, I'm not mad at any wrestler that's in AEW. I'm mad at the fact that they're not getting any attention. They're not getting any promotion from, like, they're not the focal point of the company. CM Punk has been in the WWE since Survivor Series in November. That's fucking what, 6 months? A little longer than,
give or take.
About 7-8 months. So let's say 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And you need to do it now? Like, bro, he's gone. CM Punk is getting more notoriety on your show than any other star on your show.
And you think about it. So again, at six months that he's been in WWE, in a sense, he was gone from AEW longer. Because the issue happened
Wimbledon.
August, September, around there?
Yeah.
So we're going on over 9 months of this shit.
August.
Like, come on. Like, we did not need to go through this. It wasn't needed. You guys are doing great with your company. Don't bring this up. It wasn't needed because it looked bad. It looked bad on all the courts. But
bro, if they spend half of this effort on showing the world who Okada is, he would have been a big star. Will Ospreay is already a huge star in AEW, but if they showed the world how good he was, he would be just on the same level as people in the WWE. Like, why are they not trying to extend the reach of these wrestlers? It's almost like, well, here goes Hideki Matsui from Japan. Okay, who is he? And then expecting the fans who know international baseball to fucking be good enough
to know
who he is. I don't know who this guy is, and I'm a New York Yankees fan my whole life.
Yep.
But when they turn around and said this guy hit the most home runs in the history of the Japanese league, and Ichiro already has 3,000 hits in the fucking in the fucking Japan league, and he got another 3,000 hits in the American league. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're sitting here going, these are some of the best baseball players in Japan. They broke records already that Americans made. Let's see if they can play American ball. And people go, oh, this guy's supposed to be the best. And then they show it. He's the best. Oh, there's a bigger star. Right? When you sit there and go, I got Okada. Y'all know who Okada is. We know who Okada is. Sho don't know who he is. Sho sees one Okada match that isn't his best. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't like him.
No.
He ain't as big as y'all motherfuckers thought he was.
And that's the issue. Because now it's like, that is your common fan who might not unfortunately know who he is. That was the experience. There's
only one person I've ever seen have no publicity, debuted and became the biggest star of the company. AJ Styles.
Yep.
AJ Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble, had the biggest ovation at Royal Rumble, and became one of the biggest stars in that year without them saying anything about him being anywhere else.
Well, it's also AJ Styles.
That's what I'm saying.
It's AJ
That's what
Styles.
I'm saying.
Like, AJ didn't need anything but
they knew who they got when they got him.
And you know what's the funny part? That it's like they almost set him up to failure because the theme didn't help. It's like, who? Like, remember the reaction at first is like, and then the camera angle did not help because it's like,
yeah, we're looking at the fucking.
Why are we looking at Roman? Who? Oh, because I remember when it happened. I was like, oh shit, it's real. It's happening.
Yeah, we was looking at the fans, and then Roman looks, and we're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, there you go. Yeah. See, he gets my point.
No, yeah.
The fact of the matter is,
he didn't need to do anything.
Yeah, he didn't need to do anything.
No.
But Will Ospreay does. Okada does. A lot of people that didn't wrestle in TNA in an American company for fucking 15 years before they went to WWE need to do something.
No, and that's what it is. You just nailed it right there. It's people that have not already been known by the American fan base. AJ, yes, he was big in New Japan, but AJ was also big in TNA. He was big in Ring of Honor, and he was already established in the States. Unfortunately for Will Ospreay, he's had his taste, but this is the first time he's getting to work fully for an American company. So again, unfortunately, yes, maybe he's known because of the battles with Ricochet. He's known for, again, the great battles with Omegas. Again, unless you're a super fan and you know your stuff, you've seen this stuff, you don't know who Will Ospreay is.
Yeah.
Okada for years has been the New Japan guy. There's a few when you think about it. Nakamura was one of those guys, but Nakamura made the transition. Tanahashi was one of those guys. Tanahashi's still there, but now Tana's more into the actual just, hey, now I'm going to be back office roles. But Okada was that guy that it's like, we didn't know him outside of New Japan. Like, people saw him in ROH once in a blue. Yes, he made his role in AEW twice, but it wasn't a thing of like his presentation was there always. So it's having that U.S. presence.
Yeah.
That it's easier to then be able to be like, okay, cool, yeah, we can bring them in. People already know them here.
Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small dick.
What's going on, Gigi?
I feel like shit.
I hear you. I hear you.
No, I did not wake up. No, I haven't had Jameson. No, I haven't had any Mary Jane. For maybe a solid week.
Shit.
So, well, I lied. I had Mary Jane earlier today.
Well, you know, it's
But
medicinal.
it was the first time. And the first time since forever. Oh my god. I have no idea what you guys covered.
Oh, nothing.
Oh yeah, we legit just went into.
I ranted on Tony Khan.
Yeah.
So
for 50
we're
minutes.
talking about the video. I'm presuming, right?
Yeah, because we talked about just how it took away from great week of wrestling. We're finally in wrestling.
You know what the thing is, and I wasn't thinking about it until somebody put it in perspective to me.
Yeah.
Because I expressed to you guys, I think it was the most dumbest shit ever. But then, it's thank you. Theraflu doesn't do nothing, but thank you. Here's the thing. I didn't see it in this perspective until it was brought to my attention. Tony Khan basically did the one thing that other people would have done, and that is basically seizing the opportunity to capitalize on someone else, even a former employer. Yes, we already know, or employee, I should say. And he just capitalized on what people wanted to talk about. Now we have these hardcore AEW fans that have been that needed. I need to see the footage. I need to see it. We need to see it all. Why? Because there are fucking marks out there in the world that can't get their nut off until they actually see what they want to see. And what Tony Khan basically did is like, you guys want to fucking see the footage? Here's the fucking footage. You want to talk about it so fucking much? Here's the fucking footage. Where Tony Khan now said that he feared for his life. I didn't see it, but then at one point, Punk basically like in after the whole altercation was done, and Joe had Jack Perry on one side and somebody was holding Punk down. You can tell Punk was going like towards the side over here, like where there's TV monitors, and he could be possibly talking to Tony Khan and possibly said something to him and everything. But all they did was confirm that everything that we've heard within different social medias, different people, and all this other stuff was everything was pretty much that was true, except what maybe some stuff was a little bit fabricated here and there, but not up to the point where it's so like, wow, he just told up a straight blatant lie. I can't believe you. There was no real to it.
Punk basically said the whole video. He said it last week. He said the whole video. What we did learn is most media sources just came up with their own variation of the story and made it sound like this was the biggest fight ever.
Samoa Joe fucked up Jungle Boy more than CM Punk.
They made the media, all right, and all the backstage shit that we heard made this thing so massive. But it was really like this.
It's like, yo, I feel like Tyler probably had a bigger fight over a piece of steak than what happened
Yo, but seriously, like,
How was this supposed to happen? That shit.
But in a way, it's like, why are we showing this footage? Why? Because Punk went on I forgot his
Ariel Helwani.
There you go, that guy.
The MMA Hour.
Yeah, sure. He went there, and it was brought up. It was mentioned. So Tony Khan was like, "Fine, fuck it. You guys want to fucking see it? You guys want to talk about it?" So what he did, he capitalized on what was said. Why? Because people just can't stop talking about it. Other people can't stop fucking talking about it, and all they want to do is talk about it. Now, did this take away from the actual wrestlers and the cards? This is my thing. It didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. It did nothing. It did nothing. It just went ahead and did nothing. What it did was, for a lot of people, it left a sour taste in the mouths of other, like, this is how you run your company, this is how you run shit, da, 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 da. You just proven your point that you're letting others dictate your business by letting it get. Now, either he capitalized that being kind of smart, like, this is, people want to see this, fine, here you go. Tony gave the people what they fucking wanted, and the people wanted, and not saying everybody wanted, because not one person can speak for the next, but there's, again, a lot of hardcore fans that wanted to see this footage. So you gotta give the people what they want, right? And unfortunately, it did nothing.
I wish he was this passionate about giving us what we want when we ask for storylines.
That's the storyline. Yeah,
for,
absolutely right. The storylines are not there. That's the thing, though. But we've been talking about him not doing the right storylines, period, because there's no real storylines.
My thing is, if this is the first time you're going to decide, let's listen to the people, don't listen to the people.
Yeah. Like, stop doing drugs with Diddy and give this company to someone who fucking knows, who's mature enough, to fucking understand how adults work.
Pause. Tony Khan may have that money, but he don't have that same swag, so that's why he was never invited to Diddy's party. Don't do that.
Well, I tell you, he didn't have his McDonald's.
Diddy and Tony Khan,
I'll tell you that.
out of the conversation, the two do not belong in the same sentence. You leave that alone. That's WWE's problem, since they always want to bring back Diddy. All right.
He didn't have his McDonald's.
You know, just to change that, I'm gonna play Matt's message, because Matt keeps fucking commenting to show his message. So 1 sec. Let's see what Matt thinks about all this shit.
This is how I feel about it. Basically, them airing that footage, they shot themselves in the foot. It basically said everything Punk was talking about. Besides that, it does also put a little bit of a shadow on Punk, because there's always a time and a place for situations like that. Granted, I be in locker rooms. We all know how locker rooms run. If there is a discussion, if there is a misunderstanding, two guys go to the parking lot, duke it out, and call it a fucking day. At the end of the day, that's what should have happened. There's a time and a place to do it. Jungle Boy didn't touch him. Granted, he didn't. Punk took matters into his own hands and put his hands on him. Yeah, it makes Punk look bad, but at the same time, Tony Khan made himself look even worse because he aired the damn footage. This is back in August. You should have just let it be and let the show speak for itself. But again, it's all about rating. No. I am not defending AEW. Yes, I have friends there. Yes, I have people that I look up to that are like mentors to me there. But at the end of the day, I'm not defending it. I'm still going to watch it because I'm watching it for the wrestling. I'm watching it for my friends, to see my friends and my mentors kill it. Watch Ring of Honor for my friends and my mentors to keep killing it. I'm not watching it to hear about Tony Khan's next little coke outbreak. I can care less. I'm there to watch the wrestling, and yes, my heart will always be with the WWE because I love it. But I watch every single thing. So, if I don't watch AEW, I'll watch everything else, which I will probably see those wrestlers from AEW. They're wrestling. So at the end of the day, I'm just watching wrestling for wrestling. So yeah, but Tony Khan did shoot himself in the foot completely. He shot his big toe off.
I felt the time and the place for him to talk about it was when Eric Hawani asked him. This is 8 months after the fact. He's in a different company. They wanted to know why he left. That was the reason why he left. Because the conclusion to that fight was he said he quit. And Tony Khan going, no, he's a liar. I'm going to show you the truth. And the truth was exactly what CM Punk said. You're stupid. And the fact that we're talking about this and we're not talking about what happened on Dynamite, which, again, the only other thing I saw that came out of Dynamite was Mercedes Moné moaning for 5 seconds and people saying this is how Kalisto got her. There's a fucking problem.
It does suck when there was a great fucking Adam Copeland Pentagon match, and this is the only thing we're talking about. Like, that was a good match. The Samoa Joe Dustin Rhodes match was actually pretty good.
And where was that? Where was that anywhere? Because instead of for airing the tape, air that shit. Go be on some, y'all people are back to watching wrestling because of The Rock? Well, here goes another alternative of wrestling that's better than the WWE.
They were more focused on that video than the actual card of the show. Because honestly, oh shit, that hurt. Why didn't we even have a match between Dustin and Samoa Joe? Why?
Because Dustin needed to complete the story.
Well, yeah, that was another thing of like, we're gonna work off that momentum, which is smart. If they
our Rhodes versus our Samoan,
do that. That actually makes sense. Have Dustin have his moment in the sun. Cool, that works. That is, we know what you're doing, haha, but it works because also Dustin Rhodes is a great fucking performer.
Yeah,
that works.
The natural.
It's like cool. We get to see Dustin face Samoa Joe. It's a nice little thing because it worked into the Swerve segment. You see Swerve get the respected Dustin Rhodes at the end. That was cool. That was good. That could have been all you had to do last night instead of the fucking footage. Because again, that doesn't help them. That doesn't sell that tag match. To me, it's like
it didn't sell that tag match at all. It's like the fucking FTR wasn't even there.
Briscoe won the ROH championship, and they're worried about a fucking tape that happened 8 months ago.
Yep. Again, I don't think
I would have aired that. I'd have been like, yo, during the Dynamite show, we're going to show you the match. We're going to air the match of Jay Briscoe winning the ROH championship finally.
I just want to know that if the person that attacked Mercedes Moné, if we have to wait 8 months for that footage as well.
Well, at least this time they did it in the dark. So now there is no footage.
Yeah.
So now we know nothing can be shown.
I'll tell you one thing though. Once they find out
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna speculate. I'm gonna pivot because I'm so tired of this video. I'd rather talk about wrestling.
Well, we was waiting for you to come on to talk about it, so that way
we talk about Mania and all that.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I was dying on Mania. I had to kind of rewatch some stuff in order for like night one. I'm gonna be real with you. I watched with one eye open and one eye closed.
Listen, we heard you, so we understand why you didn't get the best experience of night one.
Yeah, so it's all good.
No, not at all. Not at all. I did though. So for those who don't know, WrestleMania night one, I was actually celebrating my daughter's birthday with family. And just like any other time, if there's a wrestling event that is going on and the card is stacked, and I mean it's WrestleMania, right? I will be bringing a tablet with me to make sure that we are streaming it. And sure enough, with a table of 11 people, we were able to put the tablet all the way up on the wall on a ledge that stood there. And we were able to catch the first hour. And me and my family were watching WrestleMania with a whole bunch of Cuban music playing in the background, in a restaurant that felt like 1,000 degrees. It felt like we were in Saudi. Um, and then we went back outside to the New York winter. And it didn't really feel like winter. It was very like cold spring, but the way I was feeling, I felt like I was in the Antarctica. And then I died. Eventually I died Sunday night. Like I was watching, but it was really watching me. But night 2 was cool. Damian Priest won. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely had the tablet up. Watching mommy and the man go at it, and we're all kind of like, well, the wrestling heads were all talking about it, and the non-wrestling heads are like, I love the fact that you guys are so very much into wrestling. Riley, are you into it too? She's like, yeah, I think mommy's winning. And they're just like, which one is mommy? The mommy's the one in the black with the black hair. I was like, yeah, the other one's Becky Lynch. She's the man. And they just looked at me like,
Okay.
so is she like a man? No. She's just the man. Like, yeah.
Metaphorically speaking.
I had to
Yeah.
I had to clarify some things for some non-wrestling people, and they're just, and then they're looking at, there's just a lot that was going on. They were like, okay, she's a woman, but she's called the man. I said, yes. And they look at my cousin's shirt, and my cousin wears an AEW shirt for a WrestleMania.
Oh man.
So they start looking at his shirt, and it's a shirt that I bought him, which was Tony Storm's shirt that says "Chin up, tits out, and watch out for the shoe." So I have another cousin's like, what does your shirt say? He says, chin up, tits out, and watch out for this shoe. And she's like, what shoe? And I just looked at her. I was like, if we had a chancleta, we would throw it at your head so you can duck. That's the shoe you would want to watch out for. And they died laughing. And we're just like, but this is real to us, damn it.
This is wrestling. that's what wrestling is.
And we're cracking up because we're kind of like educating some of our cousins who are not into it, and they're just like, this is funny. And so we're the whole time we're just like, as we're going along, and we're like, don't forget to keep your chin up and your tits out, okay? During WrestleMania, absolutely. It's not the right promotion, but it's the right words anyway. But it was pretty cool watching night 1 the way we did, until night 1 started watching me. Night 2 was fun to watch Damian Priest win. Like, I was fucking dying. Like, I had the flu. I had a bad case of the flu, and Sunday and Monday were like pretty much like my worst fucking days. Saturday night going into the whole day of Sunday and Monday, and as dead and as death was taking over my body, he stopped for a moment as Damian Priest's music played. Right when dry ass Drew McIntyre, as Kenny would like to say, basically, he almost lost that briefcase throwing it at him. He almost lost that shit in the crowd, which that would have really fucking sucked. But he did it.
There was so much momentum of just.
There's just so much. We're in the era where we're throwing things now. We're throwing the briefcase. We're throwing chairs. We're throwing ladders. We're throwing hands. We're throwing everything, y'all. There was just a lot, but I popped so hard where Damian Priest almost took me out because I was screaming. I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. I almost literally died because of Damian Priest. But I would have been a very happy Puerto Rican because at least I got to see my Puerto Rican champion that we so deserve after over 50 years of not having some type of representation in the title picture.
Yeah.
Shit, really had to take us 50 years. God damn.
And this is from the Bronx.
Facts.
And yeah, man, that's a big one too.
Facts.
You're a Puerto Rican from the Bronx, which is legit. He's representing all of us, and he said in the press conference. He said in the press conference, "Esto para nosotros. This is for us." He's so hardcore when it comes to representations of culture that it's dope. I mean, remember when Damian Priest was our NXT champion? And the hot tubs, the girls, and everything.
The North American title.
That's what I was like, wait.
When
did he hold the NXT World?
Yeah, he was the North American champion.
He was the North American, but the fact that he was like, he held it and stuff like that, and then he kept continuing on. The fact that we're at where we're at right now with him goes to show that it does pay off. Hard work does pay off. We have to trust the process.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just like we said, trust the process with Triple H, because Triple H is gonna get us to the promised land.
He needed to fix
He
some
needed
things.
to fix before he
needed to clean. He needed to clean the toy box.
He needed,
and now he can play
for them to fire Vince, and then night one of WrestleMania, he changed the landscape of wrestling. I told you it was easy.
It wasn't that easy.
It just took 3 years for Vince to get out.
It definitely wasn't easy because that man legit had no sleep.
But you know something though?
What?
The people he has in that company believed that they were being held back by Vince's vision. Yep. And when Vince was gone, Triple H had the full support of everyone in that fucking company to bring it back to what they all thought it would be.
I love that though. I love that was the consensus of it all. Like, you saw it on the interviews. Every interview that week, every statement made, you saw the love and support for Triple H, which is great.
The cameramen are cheering. The cameramen are cheering at what happened. That's people that are going, finally.
Yep.
This is our company here. This is something that we can believe in. This is a train we can get we could hop onto. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to talk about the matches? Because I'm a little disappointed with the Usos match.
Okay.
I was in and out watching that match, but I was in and out of an Uber in the process of watching it. So I really couldn't get the full everything.
So this is the thing. Even though they didn't really bring it up in the build up of it throughout the weeks, but when you had an emotional match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso in the Hell in a Cell, and people will never forget that, I was expecting something just as emotional between Jay and Jimmy. I was expecting that match to steal the night.
Yeah.
And I was expecting like tears to be shed. Like, I was expecting Jimmy to be on some, you left the family, and Jay be on some, no, I left Roman. I never left you. Like that type of pain between the both of them that they needed to get some shit out of. And that's why they were fighting. That's why Jimmy attacked them. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. but it just so happened to be. Let's do our best interpretation of the fucking Young Bucks, because this was a super kick party if I've ever seen one.
Whoa! Stop that, because the Usos were doing that way before the Young Bucks even.
No, I know, but
like I get, but you have to understand the Usos' main fucking wrestling move arsenals is the super kick.
No, but
like that.
But when they threw a super kick and called it a suplex,
that's my
thing. The reason why I'm comparing the two is because we've seen Jimmy and Jay have single matches and they use the super kick seldomly. The Young Bucks literally use that shit every fucking move, especially at the end. They're 15 fucking super kicks in to do their finishing move, and that's what Jimmy and Jay were doing. Super kick after 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 super kick. They knocked each other out.
With them because they were that's what they are. You can't just be like, oh, they're just like the Young Bucks and everything like that. Keep the two separate. Fuck the Young Bucks. Fuck that. No, you're not.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not, because it's not separate, because that's what the fuck they did, because they're two brothers fighting for a family and they're super kicking each other. That's some Young Buck shit. They weren't fighting like if someone left the family and the other one's holding them back. They weren't fighting like Owen Hart and Bret Hart. This wasn't a who's better than who or I'm embarrassed of you or anything like that. This was straight out, I'm a super kick you, you're gonna super kick me, who can last? That's not how they built it. Jay never even, I think Jay super kicked Roman 3 times in his match. The 2 times he wrestled fucking Roman. Jay is not a super kick machine when it comes to him being a singles competitor. In the tag team, they do it a lot, but that's towards the end and they have other moves. This match literally made me think they're throwing a super kick party. And since they're always compared to the Young Bucks, they did the Young Bucks thing. I should have been comparing this match to WrestleMania 10.
You shouldn't be comparing this match to anything, because this is the thing. They're not like any other brothers. They're different. It's different. You can't compare the same to the same to the same. I'm so tired of the comparison.
Do the Young Bucks not throw super kicks?
I'm not saying that they don't. What I'm saying is that I'm tired of hearing about the comparisons between the Usos and the Young Bucks. Like, I'm so fucking over it.
If they would have did something different, we wouldn't have compared them.
They each other to death. Guess what? The Usos are known to be super kicking. Okay,
not that much.
They were doing that shit way before Young Bucks were trying to make it cool or anything like that. Okay, the thing is that the Usos did have a lot in their bags, but they also had a lot to go ahead and unfold at the same time. Yeah, they're gonna super kick the shit at each other, because guess what? For them, their RKO out of nowhere is a super kick out of nowhere, and they're going to go back and forth with each other to see who has the better super kick. It's basically saying, I'ma hit you now, I'ma hit you now, I'ma hit you now, I'ma hit you. But instead of they're using their fist, they're using what is known for them, and they're known is to super kick somebody in the fucking face.
Yeah. And what you explained,
thrust kick. It's the thrust kick.
No, it's not though.
No, it's not a thrust kick.
It's not a thrust
kick. A thrust kick happened with the Rockers. Ever since Shawn Michaels made it the super kick, everyone calls it a super kick.
No, it's not though, because the thrust kick is usually the one that you hit to the fucking. It's more the soul kick when he's trying to get out with the spot. Like no.
But what you described, Gigi, was a spot. They did that the whole match. There wasn't a spot where
they had a moment in a match.
No,
bro.
They didn't do it throughout if you count, there's probably about 50, 60 super kicks in that match.
So fucking what? Accept it and enjoy it. This is what the Samoans do. This is what.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though. When I'm telling you that I didn't like it because of all that, now it's so fucking what? But the issue is when I am a fan of that's watching it, and I'm telling you I don't do all this other outside shit, and this is what the story you told me, and this is what I see. When someone like Show or people that just watch WWE and know about this, they just did what the Young Bucks did. There's no originality there. This is their dream to wrestle each other at WrestleMania, and the best you got is 50 fucking super kicks.
And if that's what they want to do, then that's on them.
That's on them. But when, as a spectator, this is what I'm telling you. The same way where people go, oh, Fast and the Furious is just a bunch of fucking impossible shit. Now they're in space. No one goes, well, if that's what they wanted to do, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
It's like, I understand you want to defend the Usos. We all love the Usos. This is not a bash on their character or anything like that. It's just the match that they produced in front of me should have been way more than just a super kick, because it wasn't built on super kicks.
The worst part is we saw what the match could have been at the Rumble. Those 5 minutes when they started the Rumble, they didn't throw one super kick. And we saw an actual give or take match in there, which is, I think, why it's like we know what it could have been, and then we got what we got at Mania. And again, there's a lot of factors to it. Unfortunately, it could have been just that moment. Like we said, they've sold this as this was a dream match for them. They sold the story. They sold how important this was. And the fact that now it's like, we're here. It's like, shit. All this is riding on it. And again, it's not a bad match. I'll give them. I hate that that's something I saw, though. Everyone was saying this is possibly the worst match on the card this weekend. I'm like, no, it's not a bad match. Yes, did it undersell what we were expecting? Unfortunately, yes. Because we know what both of these guys can do. We've seen it. We saw it on Monday. Jay had an awesome fucking 4-way. And we've seen what Jimmy can do. But unfortunately, it wasn't the chemistry wasn't there that night.
And listen, and the reason why I'm talking about this match and not the duplicate match that happened night 2 between Seth Rollins and fucking lame ass Drew, where they just did each other's finishing move 50 fucking times, is because I don't give a fuck about that match. I cared about this one. I wanted to be taken on a ride here. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be where you hook us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a magic trick. You got to bring us in so when the payoff happens, we all pop. You know what I'm saying? Because
that should have been. It should have been a reaction of like, oh shit, Jay got the win. It made more. So that it was just like, oh, Jay won.
Because when I'm talking about WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart and Owen Hart, that match seemed like they go, yo, we're the best 2 wrestlers in here. Let's put on the best match we can. And we see that match happening. And we appreciate that. It was like, yo, that's technical wrestling at its best. Jimmy and Jay, we want to wrestle each other for this. Let's put on the best match we can. It's like, that moment with the super kick going back and forth would have meant more if they would have did something, if it was personal. Because like you said, that is their move. But you throw that instead of a punches, it's like, yo, dude, you could save it. Like, whoever produced this match missed the mark on that.
And that's the thing. It would have made more if there's more pacing to it at that point of like, they just worked a fucking great ass match. And now we're at that point of like, what else can I fucking do? Well, time for a fucking super kick.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I also do a super kick. And that would have made more instead of that was the focal point. If that would have been a point of like, fuck, I don't want, I'm trying not to explain it in a way that it's like I want to break it down without breaking it down a way like I would in the back.
Because Cody Rhodes did 9 fucking crossroads to Roman, but every time he went to that 3rd crossroads, someone interfered.
Yeah, and then it finally happened. In that, it's like there was that emotional toll of like you saw it when Cody knew this is the one. Like you saw the shake. Even that, there's little things like Matt said it there, the fucking emotional part to it. There was nothing there. Like when fucking Jimmy hit that, when Jay hit it on Jimmy in the corner, then it's like, fuck it, I gotta fucking knock you out now. Boom. And then that, they almost had something where he's like, he's holding back. Do I finish my brother? Do I not? And then they fucking drop the ball.
Yeah.
And we dropped the ball because then it's like, oh, fucking cheat. Let me hit you with the splash. 1, 2, powder. It's like,
because not for nothing, they could have did that shit with both of them.
Yeah.
Because Jay could have did that on some, oh, I'm going to get the upper hand on him. And then Jay's beating up Jimmy. Because I told my brother, said the way this would have happened was Jay should have started as strong as he did and just beat the shit out of Jimmy. Like, just get all of his shit out. And then at the end, like, yo, no. Like, to be on some, oh, shit. Like, I hurt my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Jimmy gets on him. And then he's like, did I really hurt my brother? You know what I'm saying?
Give us that emotional toll.
And,
like, don't make it where it's like,
yeah, and then both of them are going, nah, fuck this. It's WrestleMania. Like, now they got their emotional shit out the way, and now let's fucking compete. And they push each other apart and like, yo, fuck it. Boom, super kick. Boom, super kick. Because now it's, you know something? As much as I'm mad at you and as much as I'm hurt, I can't, because you're my brother, you're my family.
Yep.
But I can't compete against you. And let's see who the best is. And we read that in the match. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been something where you would have seen grown men crying. Because, like, who doesn't want to do that shit to their brother because they can't? You know?
And it's the thing of, like, the promo, bro. The promo of fucking, I am my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
And then you end it with, I'm not my brother's keeper. And just that whole video, it gets you emotionally invested.
Yeah.
And then the match, it's like, what?
Because
I didn't get that emotional work. Like,
because how beautiful would it have been, right?
Yeah.
How beautiful would it have been at the end of the match? They're looking at each other and they're just like, fuck it, and they hug.
Yeah.
And then night 2, Jimmy goes to run out to help Roman, and Jay's like, nah. That's on them.
Yeah.
It's always been on them. And Jimmy's like, you know what? And they just sit there and watch. And they chose each other over the bloodline. That would have been some powerful shit.
That could have been the best way, because that could have been a part. Like, again, we remember it's always been about them having each other's back. It was day one-ish. It was that type of shit of two brothers that fucking boom. Like, it's I don't know. It sucks. It sucks to have something that's like, it's right there in our faces.
Yeah.
And watch, if they have a rematch, it's probably going to be fucking better.
Yeah.
But it just sucks because it's like, this is where everything's magnified. And like I said, the match itself, again, it's not fucking, it wasn't a bad match. It's just, it's disappointing to see that it wasn't the match we wanted it to be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm not here to bitch and moan and point out imperfections. I'm here to want to see damn near close to perfection.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that every match needs to be, but it's like, yo, they told us this was supposed to be, like, they should have put more effort into being it this way. Like, they missed the ball. And I'm not a booker or none of that other shit. The shit they did with Cody was cool. The shit they did I wasn't a fan of Snoop Dogg being in the commentary, but that straight out looked like, yo, you do know no one gives a shit about this match, right? Well, let's try our best to make someone give a shit about it while it's happening. Throw Bubba Ray out there. It's a street fight. Snoop, go talk. Fuck it.
Snoop made it interesting. Snoop's commentary made it fucking funny. Bubba Ray being out there is like, wait, why are you picking this? Okay, fuck it. That was one of those that's like, okay, I feel bad because I want that match to be better. I know it wasn't gonna be, but I wanted it to be better because I want to see fucking Karrion Kross succeed. I want to see fucking Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits succeed, but it wasn't the night for it. It was, unfortunately, that was one of the weaker matches on the card. Again, I don't want to say it was a bad match because it had its moments. It had its entertaining moments. The fucking table. They needed one of those AEW tables.
Yo, dude, you know why that table broke? Because Bobby didn't set it up right.
Bro, he leg. He set up the second table.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, he's just trying to set it up, and like, it's one of those where they're just rushing through it. It's like, bro, fix the leg. You could tell the fucking leg.
It's a half a second. Fix the leg. But that felt like that match should have been the kickoff show match.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, but you know what match again? Maybe to others it doesn't do much. You know what match disappointed me? Unfortunately, the
Which one?
fucking tag match between Ray and Andrade versus Dom and Escobar.
Well, the biggest disappointment was that Dragon Lee wasn't going to be in it.
That was weird because it's like you guys could have made this just a bigger match.
Like
you have where the fuck was Carlito?
Yeah.
Why not make it an 8-man tag? You could have had Carlito. You could have had fucking Santos. You could have had all of them because there's enough people to fucking have all of them out there.
Yeah.
And my thing was that again, match wise, wasn't bad. The finish ruins it for me. The finish of having fucking Kelsey and I forget the other guy's name. My apologies.
The two Eagles.
Yeah, having them just being, it's like, I get it. We got to pop the Philadelphia. It could have been any other match, please.
Yeah.
Because like this match was going good. And then you do that and it just overshadowed the rest of the fucking match.
Yeah.
And it's like, it became just a novelty of, oh, Travis Kelsey or was it Travis or Jason Kelsey? One of the Kelsey brothers. Having him and the other guy come out, I'm just like, okay. Yeah. Like out of any match to do it.
And the best part about it was they came out to help Ray.
Yeah.
Who had 4 other people in his corner standing there. If there was one person that didn't need 2 giant men to help them, it was Ray. They could have came out to help the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
Fuck it, they could have came out to help Jay. But to help Rey Mysterio and Andrade, he didn't need that help.
They were winning. They were winning.
Carlito and them boys was out there.
Yo, fucking shout out to Joaquin Wild, aka DJ Z. Which I love DJ Z. But in a match that it's all Hispanics, you got the one Filipino.
Yeah.
I love DJ Z, don't get me wrong. But I hope people remember that he's not actually Hispanic.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. They had them out there. But again, I get it. But shout out to Jason Kelsey though and Lane Johnson. They were training in multiple schools to get ready for that.
Okay.
They went to the Monster Factory, which funny enough is where Damian Priest got trained. And then they also went to the Combat Zone. But shout out to them doing that. At least they wanted to make sure they were ready for something like that. And it wasn't just fuck it, we're gonna do it because we're gonna do it, you know?
Yeah.
So shout out to them for actually putting in that work and having the respect for the craft, pun intended. But again, to me, it was just like fuck. To me, it ruined the match. Like, I get it, pop the crowd, get the segment with the Eagles, but it's like, come on, man.
But can I be completely honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't think that match could have went any better. Honestly, to be honest, 100%. The way they booking these people, bringing the colognes. The way Carlito mentioned that in the Hall of Fame, bringing the colognes, bringing the Spanish people.
Yeah.
Because Andrade ain't do nothing major. Santos is a lot better than he's fucking doing now.
Yeah.
We know he's a lot fucking better.
Yeah.
Ray, he's out there with his son. Ray's close to being retired. We can't ask much more from Ray. He gave us everything.
Yeah.
But you do this bullshit story with these people, and then you try to integrate it with Judgment Day. Like I said on Monday, there's gonna be a lot of awkward shit that's going on that they haven't ironed out yet. So you're gonna see a bunch of try and fails, and this ain't what we used to.
No.
And for some reason, the Spanish wrestlers are those because on paper, besides Dominic, that should have stole the show also. But that was a bunch of do your spots and let's get these Eagles out of here.
Basically.
We're talking about Andrade and Ray versus Santos and Dominic.
Right, Andrade is now with Rey Mysterio, right?
Yeah, he turned on Dom when they pushed him, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But again, to me that was the little nitpick. Again, other than that, match is fine. Nothing much more to say. It was just I felt like, did we have to have this be the spot for the fucking Eagles to? But it is what it is.
But not for that. Dominic and Dragon had nothing to do with this match. It should have been Ray versus Santos, but
my question is, why didn't he pick Carlito?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like Carlito's there, like, why am I here?
Like,
Carlito was just like, why am I here right now? Like,
why was Carlito brought back in the first place?
To remind him that
stop the ball with him.
You know that catering brings too many apples, and they needed somebody to take care of that. Does he even have apples anymore?
I haven't seen him with an apple in a minute.
Oh,
he does.
No, but yeah, it's
why.
That's something we need to address also with the change with Triple H, because we're seeing a bunch of new guys rising to the top, but these middle guys that are not getting much respect. I want to see some of that change too. Like we said,
I feel like now we'll see that. Now
Santos
we'll get to
Escobar is a lot better than what he's acting right now. He's a lot better wrestler. He's a bigger deal than they're making him.
Yeah.
And he should be considered that. And I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Andrade.
I thought, honestly, that's another reason why I said I felt like, oh, why did we need the Eagles in there? Because I thought they were going to turn Andrade heel. Like, have a double, again, the turn. Like, he almost suckered Ray in.
Yeah.
And then, because I feel like we might get something with Andrade. Unfortunately, we might get another faction out of this of Andrade, Carlito, and Zelina Vega. Because Zelina Vega was a little too happy for Andrade to join the LWO for a minute.
Yeah.
So, and I like how Matt's saying that Carlito was the one that beat up Dragon Lee. I would not be surprised if that's what happened. But I don't think it's going to be Andrade and Carlito facing. I think we might see that, a little bit of a union there.
It was R-Truth who beat up Dragon Lee.
I'm so happy for R-Truth.
Yeah. Ray spoiled it for everybody in our prediction show.
I'm sorry. I said, no. The minute they announced that ladder match, I said R-Truth was winning the titles. I said, like, I was hoping they would do it by accident of splitting the titles, because that would have been so much funnier.
So wait, because I missed that one.
Okay.
That's one of the matches that was it on night one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I totally missed that match. That's the one match but I think that was right after Becky. I think that was the second match.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe so, yeah.
That was after Becky and Mommy.
Yes.
I missed that match completely. I was, though, very surprised to see Austin Theory and Grayson Waller win.
Yeah. I was surprised to see that.
We were talking about how they might have got pulled from the card. How far off and wrong were we?
Well, yeah,
Not get
completely.
pulled off on the card, and then they. I don't think we had that on our bingo cards of them winning.
Nope.
No one did.
Well, when I was, I don't know, was I by myself for Raw for a moment?
Yeah, you were.
Okay, because I said it. It was like, it wouldn't have made sense to have the Motor City Machine Guns debut at that way on WrestleMania, because there's not that many WWE fans that would have known them.
They didn't even do anything for
like
Raw.
yeah.
Or like they just.
I don't think they would have got a pop as big as the Hardy Boys or the Dudley Boys. I think on SmackDown or something like that, it would have been bigger. But Motor City Machine Guns, unless we're in Detroit, because that's the Motor City. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was the
no. I think for Philly, it could have worked, because I think that crowd is smarter. Like, you saw a lot of that this weekend. Like, they would have popped for something like that. But just again, they didn't do any surprises. It worked out the way they did. I just think the biggest surprise was Austin Theory and Grayson Waller winning a set of tag titles.
Yeah,
because I don't think anyone thought that was gonna happen. And I do think the best play they might do now with this is we might see Randy Orton and Kevin Owens win those titles eventually, because their frenemy relationship is building.
Yeah.
So that might be, unfortunately, that way of just transitional champions into that.
Who was the other SmackDown team?
Logan Paul still won. What?
Who was the other SmackDown team in that ladder match?
Catch Republic. Pete
So
Dunne
it was just Waller.
Pete Dunne and Taylor Bate.
Yeah, they weren't gonna win.
I felt bad because I thought they had a chance, but then Pete Dunne got beat up, and it's like,
Here's the thing, though, they just don't look like a cohesive tag team.
Because they weren't the team. It always was Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne was always the singles guy.
Yeah.
In the original group, in British Strong Style, Pete Dunne was always the singles.
And they were Mustache Mountain, him and the other guy.
Yep.
I need a ginger ale.
Word.
Maybe some J-Mo for my throat, because
get a J-Mo rail.
I just need the bubbles for the bubbles.
Word.
But I just need the J-Mo because there's this one spot right here that's just like I can swallow air just to relieve pressure in my ear, and I can feel it irritating me.
Oh shit.
It's okay. I've only been dealing with this since Saturday night. What day are we on? We're Thursday.
Yeah.
Almost a week. It's okay. It's just a bad case of the flu.
Shit. And Ray was complaining about a headache on Tuesday.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, I had a headache Saturday night after the fiasco, festivities, family. I was really in high spirit, but by the time I got home, my headache was like doom.
Yeah, that's when the throbbing starts, and it's like, oh, this is
And then all day Sunday, all day Monday, Tuesday, I went to work because I had to, and then it's like anything and everything was bothering. Lights was bothering.
I was gonna say, how were the lights? Because that's usually the worst.
You know what was bothering me? The air in the atmosphere that surrounded my job. That bothered me.
Not the air in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Air bothered me.
Oh god, not the
air. And I was oh my god, you're back. No. No.
I am here, but I'm not back.
I am leaving now. I've been here 30 minutes more than the time I said I was gonna. It's 10:30. and then I gotta go. Oh, but can you? No, I cannot. I will see you Friday.
And she never mentioned which Friday.
I'm at that point where like, it's gonna be next Friday. Next Friday's a great movie. Y'all should watch it because I ain't gonna come.
Word.
At the rate that I'm going, was like, was I supposed to come back that day? Was I?
I said Friday. I didn't say which Friday. Could be the
Shit.
Friday after that. After next was a good one too.
Yeah. But, yo, all right. So before we get into the main event and all that, Matt has
Main
How do
event.
you- he goes, how do you think they're gonna bring in Tama and Jacob?
Well, Tama was smart. The minute the main event finished, Tama Tonga decided to post up a nice picture with his name over it and a red phone, almost showing that he's just a call away.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Yeah,
I'm at SmackDown. Paul Heyman not hearing from the tribal chief. Jimmy all beat up. Solo steps up. Now you know what? I'm in control. And here goes the boys. These are Solo's boys, Tama and Jacob. And it's a different bloodline. Is this more like a setup for a family? Is a gang?
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I was kind of hoping when we saw The Rock on Monday. I thought we were gonna see The Rock introduce a variation of the bloodline.
Nah, he just wanted to touch.
No, I know. I don't. We saw what he wanted to do
balls
and give him something, which I love the predictions of. It was the $6 he had in his pocket, or $7, whatever the fuck he had in his pocket. Like I need to see. There needs to be a new bloodline, and that, bro. I don't know if WWE is ready for Jacob Fatu, man.
Yo, listen, I'm ready for him. Bubba Ray was predicting there was the watch.
What watch?
Okay, so in the press conference, Triple H and Nick Khan gave Cody Rhodes the watch that his father pawned off.
Yeah.
To give him acting lessons.
Yeah.
So Bubba was saying, you broke my heart. Here goes pieces of your father's watch.
Oh, the actual watch.
Yeah.
Fuck, imagine he found the actual watch. It's a lot of
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen. It's balls. It's either that or IOU. Because I beat you at WrestleMania. So I'm coming back. Or it's I don't care what he gave him. Let's just
See, that's the thing. Yeah. There's so many things because it could also just hypothetically be, hey, you owe me. Because this was supposed to be my spot.
Yeah.
Wait, there he goes. Because remember, they made the deal. Don't break my heart again. Because he was supposed to be in that spot.
Yep.
So there you go. But this all leads to SummerSlam. This leads to Cleveland. I think that's where we're getting that match. Because by then, I think The Rock will be done filming the next movie he's doing and Moana. I think that's where we see Rock versus Cody for the title.
Yeah.
So we shall see what happens there.
But yo,
Rock versus Cody, SummerSlam.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So
what did he give him in his hand?
That's what we were just speculating. Yeah.
At this point, we're just saying it's a figure, of almost like it wasn't actually anything, but just like.
I think it was.
I think it was his balls. It's like, here, I'm giving you your balls back because apparently you don't keep your word. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why is he giving him condoms?
Yo, that's how he was made. Drunken night, no condoms. No cheap condoms.
But it's just, don't break my heart again. Gives him condoms.
Yeah. Don't have another kid like your bitch ass.
It's just the thought process of
safe sex, y'all.
No.
His wife, he knew the deal.
That's how. You know what it was? It was a paper that finally answered the question: Who fucking kicked Chris Tucker and Juntao's wrestling?
Yeah, word.
The Rock knows. Which one of you kicked me?
Word. And on the back it goes, "You are a father now."
Oh fuck.
That's funny.
Oh fuck, man.
I really am laughing on the inside, you guys.
Oh, fuck.
See, that's what happened. What happened right here? That's exactly. I would just cough, and y'all hear it. It's okay because I'm centered. I'm centered by my little.
Dave and Buster's. Yo, that shit is bright. That shit is a
Yo,
lot brighter than I
facts.
thought
Why
it would
is
be.
it so bright?
It looks like if she just.
Yo, facts. Gigi, just grab it like this. Fucking.
I have the
power. Power of the kitty.
Yo,
Give me a pound.
if they never mentioned that Becky Lynch was sick, I would have never known.
Facts.
Wait, Becky Lynch is sick?
At WrestleMania, they said that she had like 102 fever and all the other shit. She was sick.
Oh, she was like.
Yeah, she had the Bret Hart moment.
Yo, it's this fucking weather, man.
Yeah,
it's trash.
but that was a good match.
Mommy versus Becky.
Yeah.
I mean, for what I saw, it looked good. I low key want to watch night one all over again because I feel like I was robbed from it. Right, and but I don't want to watch it because it's just a lot. She has strep throat. Yeah, tell her to join the crowd.
Word. What's going on, Jordan Kirby?
Kirby.
Welcome.
Like, why are you calling him a perv? That's so terrible.
Because I was, while I was saying his name, I was looking to see if he stopped by and said hi before he starts asking us questions.
Nope.
Like if we're part of a test or some shit. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yes and no, apparently. Depending on what part of the episode
I'm enjoying wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what we're about to step foot into and everything. This is just the beginning of everything. This is the beginning of everything, in all honesty. I mean, WrestleMania for us and the Raw after WrestleMania, they always talk about the season premiere and sometime in September. This is our season premiere. This is where we hit our reset button. This is where we do all this other stuff. What I'm kind of surprised is that they did not have any real surprises or like debuts.
Yeah.
The Raw after Mania, like not to say debuts. Let me not take that because I'm not gonna take that away from Eli Dragunov, and I'm not gonna take it away from
Roxanne
Perez.
Yeah.
Which was funny enough because I didn't watch Stand and Deliver. And then I was like, oh, okay, Elia's still my champion. Oh, Roxanne's the new champion. Interesting. After Raw, I went back to watch it before I started watching NXT. But I am kind of glad that happened. But I honestly thought that being that, we were kind of, Matt was mentioning how we're going to bring up Jacob Fatu. I honestly thought that after hearing the news that he was signed to the E, that we were going to get him as a surprise. But who's to say that, SmackDown, we don't get that, at the same time, I guess, I don't know. I'm on the fence right now because The Rock said he was going away for a little bit. My tribal chief might be going away for a little bit. He was mourning. Supposedly he was mourning, and now he's back on the grind,
No, yeah, I love that post that he did. He's like, yesterday I mourned, today's day one. It's like, well, He didn't take long to stop to stop mourning.
Yeah.
He went straight back into work. So that's awesome to see. But he's definitely gonna take his break. He needs to, as this Seth needs to fucking finally recharge and get back later. Like,
Yo, Seth Rollins needs love. Roman's been carrying this company on his back for the last 4 years. Good for him, but he deserves a nice little vacay.
yeah.
That's what we're doing. We don't even know if Roman's going to be doing any type of Hollywood things now. He could be. He could be. Stop it! Yawning is contagious.
I'm sorry.
I've
I
been
keep yawning
nonstop because I've been going to sleep early, like a school child.
Are you sorry, Ray? You're doing that shit on purpose.
If I do this, then you're gonna yell at me either way. So.
I'm what Ray.
Yeah.
I am slightly kind of chuckling on the inside that your faded red is the same color as your shirt.
Yeah, I have to
Yo, that shit is almost fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's. I was like looking at it because I actually have you guys on the full screen as it's supposed to see what like the group chat is, and I'm just like, wow, it really matches to the T. Sorry.
I didn't do it on purpose either. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear this shirt. And
Sure.
now that the fucking new camera shows it, I'm like, oh fuck, it does look.
Oh well, we got a new
Now you
camera
need the
too.
glasses.
It looks fucking faded. Damn.
That I died for a week. Ray got a new camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he still doesn't really apologize for stealing the hair color.
Yeah, and you notice the last time he was sick was when he dyed his hair red. You notice that, right?
You know, I forgot about that.
I just said I was gonna re-dye my hair. Damn it, Tom.
See?
Don't bring that up.
Now I wonder why you get sick, Gigi.
Yo, he be putting that voodoo shit on me.
Yeah.
What bruja have you been talking to in Brooklyn that I need to lift up this spell and this curse upon me? Listen, I got my Palo Santo ready. Like, fuck around. Well, I'm gonna be the villain of the next Fast and Furious. He's Vin Diesel's abandoned cut.
Nah, Roman's already in that series. Remember, he came out in Hobbs and Shaw. He's already related to The Rock in the movie, so he's just gonna show up. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight fucking Jason Momoa.
Fuck it.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah, Jason Momoa is the villain in the last Fast and Furious movie.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't keep up.
Yeah,
I lost all interest in Fast and Furious after Paul Walker died.
As most people did.
Yeah.
So
Especially
I have
after
no
they did the tribute, that's when everyone just like, okay, that's it. And they just kept going.
The fact that they continued on though, like we're gonna continue on. Like why?
No.
It's so sad. Like we don't need to continue on with this shit. This is not. They're trying to make Fast and the Furious into like Marvel movies.
No. And yes, Matt, we did notice because it's a great thing that Latinos are taking over right now.
Yes, Matt, we've noticed. We spoke about this. Move on with your life.
We are happy. This is also no matter what, we're always gonna notice because we are enjoying it. Because it's about time.
Cody is Cuban, isn't he?
Yes.
He's partially Cuban.
Yeah, because his mother's Cuban.
So why the fuck like he's saying white savior? He's not white. He's Cuban. He should be fucking happy as a Latino.
She said lay. She said lay.
I was gonna say
lay.
I was like, wait, I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say. I'm sorry, Ray. I don't sound too great right now.
She said lay with a little accent, so I gotta understand where you heard Ray. When I saw your face, I said no. She said lay.
And I was like, let's just clarify it for the people at home so they know it wasn't me that said
it's
that.
lay. Leho. Leho. I'm not even high yet. I'm gonna get there. And I'm gonna pray to God I don't have to cough.
Yo, It's funny. Robitussin actually helped me out.
Yo, I've been using Mucinex and it's been helping me, but I have a full blown. I can't speak English.
Join the club.
I have a full blown flu symptoms. No COVID because I have multiple tests and I test myself. And I was like, fuck, I got COVID. And I was like, no, I don't have COVID. Next day, no, I don't have COVID. I was like, well, fuck. I'm not gonna waste another test just in case I need it. And I didn't lose my taste. I didn't lose nothing. All I lost was energy and the will to watch Monday Night Raw live. I didn't even watch Monday Night Raw. Like the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
I watched. Damn, I can't even tell you what was the last thing I saw. I really can't because I fell asleep.
The Raw after Mania wasn't like what we know. It was a bunch of promos.
Yeah, it didn't feel like the Raw after Mania. It felt like it was cool to see Dragunov. It was cool to see Roxanne Perez. Cody.
I remember seeing, and I remember seeing Liv Morgan attack Mommy.
Yeah, that one was.
And
that camera shot was cool. Like the fucking Dom being like, the fuck over there, and then it's just.
And the way how he just like went all the way.
That was cool. That was cool. Shout out to the new
everything.
production.
That was cool. I admit that. I saw that one.
Yeah, like their production now, you could tell like they're fucking changing this up. Also, speaking of like the change ups and all that, Shawn Michaels is now the new head of talent relations.
Hey.
So
who's doing NXT?
Sexy
no, it's still him, but
boy.
DX is officially running the WWE.
He's my boy to it.
Bro,
wow.
It's funny how everyone blames WCW for going under because the Click ran it.
No, because Bischoff.
Nah.
All right, and Hogan ran it. They weren't part of the Click.
No, but when Kevin Nash became the booker and all that shit.
No. But the thing is, this is now Triple H and Shawn Michaels are being the business guys.
Oh yeah,
and worried about running the company, not making themselves richer.
But you see though the difference.
Yeah,
where it's like, okay, Triple H was a wrestler, and then went basically to school to learn how to do the business, and then took over the business. Yep. Shawn Michaels is considered to many people as the best wrestler in the world.
Yep.
And now he's doing the same path as Triple H.
Yep.
I love it. You love to watch it.
Yeah, it wasn't just some guy turning around and go, you know what? I had 900 matches. I can run a WWE.
you know, it's and you see it like as much as again, it's. I don't think Vince ever expected that to be the way Triple H takes over, but I think Vince always knew Triple H would be the one to follow. Because even from back in the day, he was the one like, hey, you have good ideas. Come join us. Learn how this is actually done. And this is why so many people recommend shut up and listen and learn. Anytime you're in a locker room with people like that, when you're listening to ideas and how they're breaking shit down, just listen. Because you'll learn a lot about how this fucking business is run and how shit can work. Like, bro, even I hope Matt is still in the comments. That day for Loudies, that's all we were fucking doing for a while. Is just listening to the vets break shit down. And I'm just like, that makes fucking sense. Huh. And you start to picture the shit. And doing it at that level, Triple H is like, you know what? That makes sense. And he fucking now is doing it. And to a T that, again, this is a fucking multi. Now it isn't at that point when he was learning, it was still multi-million. This is now a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Yeah.
That is under a fucking banner of an even bigger corporation because it's under the TKO banner now.
Yeah.
So it's a situation where now they're at a point that they have these huge fucking sponsors. They have this idea of possibly doing partnerships with other things. It's like they're now at a point where they have to fucking Whatever they do has to click. And
also,
Triple H is doing it well.
And also, the reason why The Rock can go out there and go shut the fuck up, and they just bleep it, is because TKO is also under the banner of the UFC.
Yep.
And the UFC doesn't censor any of their fighters.
Nope.
Like Dana White went on and goes, "Yo, I don't tell my fighters they can't say or say anything." So that company already knows what it's like to have people speak their mind, and I'm pretty sure there's some things you can't say on TV, but that's why a lot of these wrestlers now are, you have little dick energy and all that other shit, is because the company now isn't pandering to children.
Not even just that. I think they know. Let's be real with this. Like it's at a point where that is language that's already on television as is.
Facts.
And it's a company where this is a combat thing here. In combat, you're not gonna be like fucking succotash. Like you're gonna be like, bitch,
I'm gonna kick your butt.
Like there's actual words that you're gonna use. You're gonna fucking curse. And again, to a degree, like they still don't want to fucking like they don't want to push out kids because that is still the biggest market. Kids are gonna bring in fucking money, because merch, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a way
If
to do
really
it where you
think
balance
about
both.
it, though, these kids nowadays, they know all these fucking words and then some because of YouTube.
Yeah,
they do, but it's also still for the point of like sponsorships and shit.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like,
but bro, we knew these words when we was in the Attitude Era.
oh, bro, of course.
But you notice, like, it's always been when they went more towards the kid side, wrestling got lame, and then when they got a little edgier and it became a little bit more adult, it gets better. If you watch cartoons, you know some of the best cartoons has the most adult jokes in them.
Bro, the Looney Tunes, the fucking Looney Tunes.
And you know what? You know why that they do that, right? It's because the kids are they're into the characters, the bunny, the colors, and all that other shit, and they know that the adults are gonna have to sit there and watch it with the kids, so they put something in there for the adults to be entertained also.
Bro, every one of these movies, if you watch these fucking new kid movies, and you start to look like, wait a second, and you start to really break down like the meanings and shit like that. It's like, wait a second, that's for us.
Yeah,
that isn't for the kid. That is for now. For there you go.
Turn around. You do one of these. Like for me, I catch certain things that when Riley's watching it, and they'll say something, and I could just be like washing dishes, and then I hear something, and I'm like,
yo, you know what cartoon did that like crazy? And I'm still like, how the fuck did we watch this as kids? Fucking Cat Dog.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit on there that it's like.
That's funny you say that because that's one of the shows that I was just thinking of too.
That was mostly for the adults, just to pop the adults with shit. And it's like, how the fuck were we that fucking Ren and Stimpy? There's legit so many of those shows that it's like, yo.
We were not allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, I was.
Okay. No. We were allowed, but we shouldn't have been allowed. That's the right thing. No. We shouldn't have not been allowed.
No. There's a lot of shit on there that it's like, how the fuck were we allowed to watch this? But it's stuff like that. But again, WWE doing this now, it works. It opens that market more because now it's not just we're in this PG era, or we're in this, again, entertainment era.
Oh, we're no longer in that. We are now officially in the pro wrestling era.
I love it because this is what it should be. Wrestling. Everything is fucking wrestling.
Paul Heyman's speech. Can we just touch base on that? Well, wait, I don't know what else we discussed at WrestleMania. At this point, I feel like we discussed it all, but we didn't. And I know we're missing like the main event and shit like that, but yo.
You know how we do here.
It's all good. And again, there's not much more we can say that I don't think we've already has already been said about how good it was too. But yeah, that speech was fucking. If I posted it the night after. If that speech didn't make you feel something, I don't know what the fuck will. Because that speech, if that doesn't motivate you to want to fucking do what you got to do, Doesn't have to be in wrestling. Doesn't have to be just in anything in life. If that doesn't motivate you to get your ass up and do fucking something, I don't know what the fuck will.
Yeah.
So
I don't get
my best friend, who I took her to WrestleMania with me one time. I took her to WrestleMania 29 when we had it in New York and New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We have floor seats and everything like that, so she knows that it was WrestleMania weekend. So while we were fixing up, right, these little goodie bags for her friends, I was like, "Now we're watching the Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman comes out first," and I'm like, "Paul Heyman comes out first?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shocker." I'm thinking we were
Yeah.
gonna leave him for the main event, but and we're sitting there and we're doing the bags, and we had to stop, and we just hung on to every word that Heyman said. And she was like, for someone who doesn't watch wrestling, that was a fucking hell of a speech. She's like, if that didn't motivate you to follow your fucking dreams, I don't know what would.
Exactly.
And this is coming from someone who doesn't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
No.
Because passion transcends anything.
No, and that's
Absolutely.
what I'm saying. Like, that's why I tried to not even say in wrestling. Like, just hearing that speech, if it didn't make you feel something,
Yeah.
I don't know what it will. Because that's something where that hustle, that fucking mindset of wanting to do whatever it is you got to do, it transcends anything. And anything in life that you want to do in this fucking life, that should push you to want to do shit.
Word.
Yo, bro, when he said, and if you think ECW went out of business because such and such, you can suck my fucking dick. I don't know why, but that made me feel like every time I've ever told somebody that shit, I felt validated. He made it okay to end a sentence where you can suck my fucking dick. And every time I've ever said that to somebody, I felt validated. And I don't know why, because I guess the way he said it, but I felt it. Because we grew up with ECW.
Yep.
We literally grew up with day one and the first and the last day of ECW, and we was there for all of it.
And the reincarnation.
Yeah.
With the WWE.
Yeah, and just to see the man who created it and just be like, you can suck my fucking dick, was like, there you go. Because that's what ECW was brought up on. I'm happy that they let him be him.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one of those where I think that's why, because I said it too when he was the first speech. I was like, this is odd. But then you watch the speech and it's fucking 45 minutes. And it's like, this is why he was the first speech.
And it didn't feel like it.
Because and that's the exact thing, that it's like they let him have as much time as he needed.
Yep.
And you could have had more. And there wouldn't be one person to give him the fucking Mr. T that's like, hey, you gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, but Mr. T kept talking about his mama.
Like, nah, you gotta. With Paul, it was just fucking a master class. It's just like, we're gonna watch and listen and just enjoy this fucking speech. Because it was such a great fucking speech, man.
Seminar.
Man.
Beautiful. We went to church. We went to church with Mr. Heyman. And the fact that the crowd was like, you deserve it. He was like, you damn fucking right, I deserve it.
Oh man, that was so good. That was so good. Like, just hearing everything. And then the fucking ECW switch. That was great. That was fucking great.
That was so good.
And so, like, I always say that Bobby the Brain Heenan, like, just for managers and color commentators, he's not in the top.
Of course.
But Paul Heyman's up there with him, but just, I don't think Bobby would have been able to do the ECW shit that Paul Heyman did.
No.
But that's the fact. Like, he was never chasing Bobby the Brain. He was never chasing anyone else. He was just like, let me do my thing. You won't let me do my thing? Well, I'm going to fucking do my thing regardless.
And that's the thing. Paul Heyman was that guy that it's like, he didn't have to be Heenan. He was going to be Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like, he did his own thing that it's like, there's no other person that could have been Paulie Dangerously. and then could have also been ECW Paulie, and then be the fucking wise man and the advocate, and just be that weasel all in one.
Yeah.
And then still be one of the best color commentators ever. Because fuck whatever you would say, Paul Heyman, his run as a commentator, chef's kiss.
Top notch.
No, yeah. It's funny how I don't know if it was a shot at Jim Ross or he just wanted to mention Jim Ross, but where he said I had to show this motherfucker how to do it.
Oh no, it was it. You know what it is, and it's always the joke because he said it so many times. To do it with Jim Ross, knowing how much of a great commentator Jim Ross was, it was just like him, like fucking. Well, I'm not gonna act like a mark.
Yeah.
But fuck, this is cool. You know.
Okay, I get it. So it's one of those irony shits.
Yeah. It's just like fuck. It's like, why am I sitting next to him right now? You know, like I don't deserve to be here.
It's like me going, and that was Hulk Hogan's best day when he met me.
Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. It's something like that. Which again, it worked though. They were such a great pairing.
Yeah.
Like it was such a great pairing. Oh man.
No, but yeah, that speech, the whole history of it is just amazing.
Yep.
And there's not too many people like that in the industry.
Nope.
But going from that to The Rock, The Rock stature alone, he's becoming one of the biggest names in wrestling.
Yep.
You know, and he's this generation's Hogan.
Yep.
And I say that because back in the day, Hogan was so big, you could go to any other country, any other part of the world that doesn't even have cable, and they know who Hulk Hogan is. They know who Muhammad Ali is. Now people know who The Rock are. Legitimately, my brother's friend did not watch wrestling after the Attitude Era. He didn't know anyone at WrestleMania except for The Undertaker and The Rock. He bought the video game and he started watching wrestling again after The Rock showed up at WrestleMania.
That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. That shows you though that hook of what it does, that little bit of connection. This is why, like, people say, "Oh, why do they have to bring this guy back or bring this guy back?" Because that connection, though. Like, as much as I know you're not the biggest fan of him, but a John Cena, it does it. It's still that appeal that people know the name, even if you aren't the biggest wrestling fan. You know The Rock. You know John Cena.
Yeah.
You know Hulk Hogan.
You know Roman Reigns.
Now you know Roman Reigns. Because now he's transcended both. That even when he showed up on Jimmy Fallon last week with The Rock, people know Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And it's names like that it's like, it gives that purpose of like, they're not just in wrestling, you know? But it brings people back to wrestling. Because now they want to see like, oh, okay, cool. This is different. Or, okay, I remember watching this, that type of shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this is why, like, when we started the show, use that, ride that momentum, and make great fucking wrestling. Yeah. Don't fucking tarnish it by like, let's be petty and let's do stupid shit. No, make great wrestling. There's fucking amazing people out there right now. They're killing it for spots and killing it to be able to showcase themselves. And when you ruin it by trying to be petty with shit, it's like you just spit in the face of so many workers that are doing this shit. Last week, give or take, I was talking to my boy about this. There had to be at least fucking 30 to 35 shows going on last week. Indie-wise. Because of WrestleMania week. People, again, trying to kill it. Trying to fucking shout out to Speedball Mike Bailey. I think he wrestled 14 matches last week.
Shit.
Imagine fucking that. Trying to fucking just, again, and killed it. Because he wrestled for Bloodsport. He wrestled for GCW a couple times. He kept fucking going. And again, it's showcasing talent out there. And when you decide, fuck it, let's not try to keep making wrestling the main subject. You spit in the guy's face like that, man.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
But I forgot this dude's name. The one that the New Day came out with at the Hall of Fame.
The black guy?
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
Fuck, can't remember his last name, but Thunderbolt. Yeah.
I didn't know him. He was before my time, but that was one of those people I didn't know. But then you hear his history. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
That's what the Hall of Fame is for.
Yeah. That is supposed to be that lesson. That is supposed to be, especially a lot of people might not know his history, might not know the importance, which I'm not going to lie. That was when they were doing the announcement of the list. That was the only one that I was like, fuck, I usually know my history. And I'm like, hey, who is this guy? They're like, look him up, listen to his promos. You're going to see why it's going to be an interesting speech. I'm like, okay. I look him up. I'm like, if he says half of this shit, they might have to cancel his speech. And hearing his speech, though, and hearing just the prayer side of it, it was reassuring to hear, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of that is needed. As much as I know a lot of people are like, oh, why do you have to do that in a speech? It's like the guy that fucking grew up on that type of stuff, you know?
Well,
like, come on.
But also, if he was an activist back then, fighting for injustice to his people, and then he still sees petty shit happening to his people, his fight ain't over.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Until we change as a people, the people that fight for stuff like that is gonna keep saying them shit.
As they should, and as it should be, because again, it's never over till it's over.
Yeah.
You know? It's never over till it's over.
But
totally sidetrack.
No.
I just popped open my phone and I just saw over WrestleMania weekend, Drew Gulak was pulled from several appearances. Most notable, Gulak was removed from his seat at the WWE Hall of Fame after producing notice that he was in close proximity to someone close to Ronda Rousey's inner circle of friends. There are no creative plans for Gulak at this time.
They're gonna let the heat die down.
Yeah, but he's in NXT right now. So, like, let the boy rock. It's a no. It should be a no.
No, yeah, they pulled him already. Like last night, he was off the entrance. I mean, not last night, on Tuesday. They already took him off the entrance from Catch Point.
Damn.
And we're starting to see it little by little, I guess. Unfortunately, Drew Gulak will be pushed to a side for a bit. I hope it's a scenario of it wasn't to that degree of what was said. Because that sucks. It sucks to see if this did happen, because then it's like, why did it take so long for anyone else to believe her, in a sense? But we shall see. We shall see.
It's just weird because it feels like when someone gets injured, she pops up and says, "Oh, I had a concussion when they did this." Yeah. Or when someone says something about Vince, "Oh, I did this and Vince forced me to do this." Or when someone has something, "Oh, I did this." It's like, at one point, are you just like a victim of every person you ever talk to, or are you just jumping on the bandwagon trying to get your notary somewhere?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not here to victim blame nobody, but it's kind of real convenient. Everybody? When you got concussed by Stephanie McMahon, you was concussed before you fought Holly Holmes. They forced you to wrestle while you was concussed. Then Drew Gulak touched your string for your sweatpants. I'm like, wasn't you the baddest woman on the planet who was gonna beat up Mayweather?
That was my thing. That it's like, again,
like, and also Travis Brown is her husband.
Yep.
And was the guy that was putting in shots when they jumped Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's the type that's gonna be like, well, fuck it, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have fucked Drew Gulak up.
That's what I'm saying. That it's like, I think Ronda alone, if that would have happened, I think we would have heard a story about Drew Gulak getting his ass kicked. And then you add the idea of Travis Brown being there. I doubt he's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's fine. You touched my girl's pants. Like,
yeah,
nah, I don't know. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks because I already know no matter what, Drew Gulak's already looked at as like being an issue, just because instantly they think of, oh, but your brother did something that was cancelable, so it's not as hard to believe you did something too.
Who's his brother?
Rory Gulak.
I don't know.
No, yeah. His brother, I can't remember exactly what he did, but he was canceled for a situation and
In wrestling?
instantly, yep.
Okay.
And it was and instantly when this came out, it was like, oh well, I guess brother's like brother. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like Drew Gulak just seems like too. I don't want to say that because you never know. I was about to say he seems like too nice of a person and want to do something like that maliciously.
Yeah.
But again, you don't know. So until we find out the truth, it is all fucking hearsay at this point.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that either and be like, oh, he's too nice to do something like that, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's unexcusable if it did happen.
No, yeah, if it did, it's a scenario where he deserves to fucking. That's it. Like there is no place for any of that in this business. I'm just saying it's one of those where if it didn't, and this is now ruining someone's career, then it's like fuck, you know?
Yeah, but
if it did, then yeah, that's it. Sorry, it's not allowed. It shouldn't be allowed here.
Yeah, because it also, if my timing is wrong, but it also felt like Becky Lynch came out with her book, and she basically said that Ronda Rousey can't wrestle, and now Ronda Rousey's like, well, look at all the shit I went through in wrestling. You muted, Gigi.
I noticed the retaliation.
Yeah.
Leon, yes, Brett really did get tackled like that. And we're not trying to dismiss your question, but yes, no, he definitely got tackled. And the guy who tackled him got his ass handed to him.
Word.
As he should. What other matches haven't spoke about? We went all over the place. Because I was just thinking about Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame speech and everybody else.
Both main events we haven't spoken about. The Intercontinental title we haven't spoke about. The Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens match we haven't talked about.
Okay, let's just cover that real quick. Kevin Owens should have won. Case closed. Fuck Logan Paul, but Prime Drink tastes really good.
I was dying when you said that in the chat. I was like, no, they got GG. No, meanwhile, I had just drank a Prime.
Same thing. Also, you a Logan Paul fan? Hey.
I will say this. I was looking back at the predictions, and I'm like, I hate that out of spite I got one wrong because I everything else I got to a T, but the Motor City Machine Guns. But again, that was just pie in the sky.
Because you got inside information, Ray. You're a cheater.
Hey, I use what I can.
Wild. We all thought that The Rock was gonna fucking turn on Roman in some sort of way and form and everything like that. But I don't know about y'all, but no one had on their bingo card that every wrestler from the Attitude Era decided to pop up.
I could have, but you didn't let me finish.
Well, yeah, Kenny had us on a strict time limit. No, we had John Cena possibly. We had Stone Cold possibly. No one guessed the Undertaker.
Everyone was saying that the Undertaker took Stone Cold's spot.
Like
the Undertaker was definitely on no one's bingo card.
The Undertaker was. I was waiting for the glass to shatter. Even that moment, I'm like, oh, here we go. Here comes Austin.
You know what? Because I was under the impression, and I don't know if he said this or not, but I was under the impression that once Undertaker retired, he was done forever.
I think that was everyone's impression because
no, but you know what I'm saying, like but you know how like when Ric Flair retires, he's gonna come back. Austin retired, he's gonna make his little. I thought the Undertaker was like, all right, I can't walk, I'm good, I'm gonna do my stand up. But then he comes back. He comes back like he's in the wrestling business more than when he was on the roster.
You know what's so funny about like that whole last one, and we're all over the place, you folks, but y'all already know us by now. This is how we work.
Word.
It's like when you're watching a cartoon and you see, like, I hate to say, you see a cute little bug, like, oh, and then here comes something bigger that eats it. And then you're like, oh shit. And then here comes something bigger to eat that. And then you're like, oh shit. And then something else comes big out and it comes and eats that. And then you have the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Who The Rock is the final boss. Dun, 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 dun. But there's no one on this God green earth like the Undertaker, who is bigger than the final boss will ever be, because he is the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you see somebody bigger or that can like right there with The Rock, and then The Rock was like, oh, I remember you.
It was that moment where it's like it's the final boss, but then it's like, hey, this is the judge, jury, and executioner right here.
Right.
Like,
That's it. Hey, so remember that time in Wrestle Court? Remember that time in court? Back in 1999.
No, but that was great.
Yo.
That was too fucking perfect of just a moment. Like,
remember that. It was the most funnest thing. Is like, remember that receipt I said I was gonna give you? This is it. And in my head, I'm thinking, why Undertaker? And then I was like, okay, American Badass. But you can't just do American Badass with the Undertaker without him coming out with the whole motorcycle. So you needed something quick with Taker. So I'm thinking, okay, we're going to bring everybody, everybody over here was trying to help out Cody. Not once did we ever hear that the Undertaker was going to help out Cody. But if you would have put like American Badass, American Nightmare, American Badass, that makes sense.
You know what's funny though?
But it's
I'm good. Yo, be prepared for some yoga. But let's do a reach here. The Rock debuted at Survivor Series 1996.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
The Undertaker debuted Survivor Series 1990. 1990.
1990? Oh wait.
Yeah.
He did start in the
1991 is when Ric Flair.
Actually. Didn't he start in 89? He was wrestling around that time. Of course.
No, because I know with the gobbledygooker. He came with the gobbledygooker. So doesn't matter what year. His opponent in that match was Dustin Rhodes. It was Dusty Rhodes, Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and someone else. And he almost ran the gamut. So you debut in the WWE against Cody Rhodes' father. And you take out the man that debuted at Survivor Series, who's the final boss. It's a stretch. But yo, I was there when I started with your father. And I'm gonna end this with you. You know what I'm saying? There's something there you could draw from.
No.
There's something there you could draw from. But when I see The Rock, the final boss, and then the Undertaker comes out, Undertaker's got like God, that's God level. Because he's been there for so many. He was there after The Rock retired. You know what I'm saying? After Stone Cold, he's been there for so many generations.
He was there before.
Yeah,
and he was
way after.
No.
Yeah, like he's almost
sense,
then now together forever. Like
you have to have that bigger character. You can have Stone Cold come in, but let's be real. Stone Cold next to The Rock. Gotta love Stone Cold, but he looking real skinny compared next to The Rock, where you have the Undertaker that's about the same size as him.
Yeah.
No, and it's too perfect too, especially if this is really that Triple H era. It makes sense, Taker. It makes sense, like, hey, I need a favor. It's too perfect to have him again, the guy that was that locker room leader, like Joseph said there. Like it's the locker room leader for so many years. And I need a little bit of a help, a little bit of a hand here.
Yeah, I
Boom.
mean, yo, how many stories have we heard? If you didn't do the right thing, the Undertaker was gonna fuck up. He was gonna fuck up Shawn Michaels if he didn't lose this to Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yo, so I
Sometimes,
mean,
hey man,
yeah.
unless you have that bottle of Jack Daniels ready for him.
There's only but so many people that you could replace with Stone Cold and it'll be fine. Like I know I was listening to Eric Bischoff and whoever he does his podcast with, and they were saying that they kind of wanted to see Hogan come out because it would have been all the eras.
Yeah.
Hogan, Undertaker, Cena, Rock, like all the eras before this, and then that would have culminated them, and then it would start the new one.
Especially how it was WrestleMania 40.
Yeah,
that would have been the closest we get to some of taste of WrestleMania 1.
Yeah.
So it would have made sense, but yeah.
I guess they also don't want to go that too far into it, because if you think about it, that wasn't really Triple H's era. That was Vince's era.
No, yeah.
No,
So
yeah, it's
Triple H,
true.
I'm thinking more of Triple H
Yeah.
of him wrestling. Like,
No,
not
yeah.
saying that Hogan wasn't there, but by the time Hogan got there where he was at,
Yeah.
there was a major different level. So
And also it would have took Hogan a long time to get down there.
yeah.
With his back injuries and all that other shit is needed.
Nah, man, they could have just had Hogan come down in a.
They didn't need the Andre the Giant cart for WrestleMania 3. They didn't need that shit to bring Hogan down there.
You could have Kevin Owens just fucking. Hey, come on.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Do what he did for Randy. Do what he did for Randy, and they just ride down there.
That was a fun match between them three, though.
So in the chat, they mentioned Dean Ambrose. When I heard the Shield, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought Dean Ambrose was coming down with Seth. Also,
I was just like, how? Like, because I forgot about Seth for some reason. I was just like, who? Because I forgot about Seth. So I'm like, wait, Roman's out here.
You want to know why? It's
There's no way
he already had his match, and we already lost. So we weren't expecting to see him twice in one night. That's why.
Yeah, not with the
Even
Shield.
when he got there, he didn't do nothing.
He got punched in the face.
I fucking broke down laughing because I was just like, what was the point? You pop us with the Shield theme and fucking.
Well,
like we didn't even get a chance to see him swing and them like kind of duck and shit like that. Like my guy just came in like this and like
But like Gigi mentioned, was it you that mentioned that in the chat? It's like it ends the Shield story also.
Yes.
For Roman.
Yes, because the whole story is that a lot of people are not giving Seth Rollins for his contribution to ending the story. Yes. But he did promise Cody Rhodes that he knows what is going to trigger Roman Reigns like no one else does. And that from here on out, he is going to be his Shield. And we all know, we were like, oh my God, the one thing Roman could never get over, and this is the story that it's really kind of coming full circle, where the one thing that ticked Roman off the most was the breakup of the Shield, because he was the one that got the chair to the back, right? So Seth Rollins knows that this betrayal and that Roman can never let go, right? Roman sometimes acts like a scorned woman and can never let go of the past. It happens. It's okay. Like, I understand him. Okay, not to say he's a woman. He's a tribal chief. That's tribal daddy all day. But sometimes men can be very petty too and cannot let shit go.
Yeah.
They hold that grudge possibly until they take it to their grave type shit. And in this story, it showed that you play the Shield's music So one, you're playing mind games with the tribal chief. You're coming out in the uniform. It doesn't help that your hair is already blonde as is, so it kind of gives that homage to the blonde side part that Seth had in his back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, it kind of worked out in his favor, and then you have this image of Seth Rollins already beaten down, and now Roman fucked up by focusing on the wrong person, the person that did him wrong and that's trying to screw him over and his championship. And it did. It did. It really did. Because Roman took his focus on Cody when he had the chair.
Yep.
He went and focused on Seth because he just saw himself where Seth was at. And this is the moment where he was able to be like, fuck you. Now you know how this feels. Ah!
To get back.
And that closed this chapter of Seth getting that
Closure.
not to say closure,
His
but
revenge.
the closure happens of the Shield, absolutely.
Karma.
But Seth Rollins now is sacrificing his body after having a gruesome match.
Yeah.
Already. So we're sacrificing
Redemption.
more of his back, right? Redemption.
Yeah, you go.
You know what? This is my redemption. I
sold out then, and I didn't sell out this time. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that thing, like even the way they said it in the promo, that it's like he didn't think doing this so many years ago would create this Roman. So he almost blames himself. So it's one of those, like, he got to be a part of taking that down.
And he's always said, I feel like I'm partially to blame for who the man he is now. So he took that ownership.
Yep.
Right? Of, I'm gonna help you take this nigga down because I was also part of how he is now.
Yep.
And I apologize for that.
But he couldn't apologize to Drew.
The one person that Seth knew that if anybody's going to get underneath Roman Reigns' skin, it wasn't going to be Cody. It wasn't going to be this person, that person. No, it was going to be Seth. It was always Seth.
That black eye though, it's like, oh, that's gonna be bad, because that thing swelled up like nothing. That added to the image though, where you see like Seth kind of crying, and just his eyes swollen, and him barely being able to stand. It's just like, yeah, this man needs a vacation pretty bad.
Yo, dude, I'm sitting there like, yo, but man, you act like you wrestled everyone tonight at WrestleMania to a death match. Like,
bro, because it's like, yo, we already knew he's been wrestling injured. Like, as much as we joke around about the back and all that, this guy's been fucked up. Like, as much as Kenny Omega admitted it, Seth has been keeping a lot of this, like, yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm all right. Not letting us know, like, nah, he is
super hurt.
Like, now getting this, like, that moment there was just vulnerability of like, I'm tired. I need to go home, relax. And now I'm hoping this guy just gets to fucking recoup. I think right now it's a point where we could lose Seth, Roman, Rock, and the company's going to be fine for a while.
Yeah.
Like, it showed after WrestleMania. Now you have those faces and you have those opportunities where, again, now you've put in Damian as world champion. You have Cody as world champion. You have Gunther now being able to challenge one of those two eventually. Jay challenging Damian in the next coming weeks. Like, there's stuff setting up there that it's like, cool. We have the guys that are going to be next in line instead of, well, fuck, now what is Seth going to do? What is Roman going to do? It's like, they can take that break and we'll be fine.
I agree. Because not only do you have Damian Priest as your champion, but along with Damian Priest, you have Judgment Day.
Yep.
So now, are we really going to now be on the verge of breaking them up, like with Dom and everything like that? Or like, are we still keeping that story, but just not right now at this very second because we're trying to regain the tag team titles? You know, that right there, that's where it's going to be the crack of Judgment Day.
Yeah. Hey,
But
well, the titles are still in the Judgment Day, according to Archer.
That's true.
That segment was so great.
yo,
It's
I
like, oh,
that
hell,
was
the
another
Judgment.
segment that made me fucking like. I started laughing and I started coughing. I was like, "Fucking R-Truth, man." He
That
would
was
do it.
great. That was great. Of fucking yeah, we got all the titles, and
And then
it's
all you
like,
see is like one extra one. Is like this nigga.
yo, Damian Priest is like, no, we're
We're not
not doing
doing
this
this.
again. I'm like,
No.
no, but that's set up. Fucking our partner, we can't see him, and it's like everyone's suspecting little Jimmy, but it's like that was a good way to tease John Cena.
I knew right the minute he said you ain't gonna be able to see him. I said that's John Cena.
I don't think I was on yet when that happened. I think
Yeah,
I got
no,
on
it
right
took me a
perfect time.
second, and then I was like, well, he says he can't see him, and I'm like, oh, he's finally going to get his tag.
Childhood dream.
He's finally gonna live his boyhood dream where
You
he
know,
gets a tag team with John Cena.
you know what the crazy shit was? Right after that promo, I was like, oh, it's John Cena. My internet and my cable and everything went out. I had to reset my box 4 times. And
Wow.
when I got back on, that match ended. It was like the world was going, we're not going to do this to you, so you don't need to see this shit.
Oh yeah, because it was just me and Show.
Yeah.
And I spoiled it accidentally for Show with John Cena came.
Yeah. I was like, you don't need to see this shit.
Oh man. I
And that was
remember
the one
yeah.
part of Raw that I missed. And I was
Yeah.
like, why did this not happen when Drew came out or when Seth came out either?
Nope. It was
No,
just
but
you
yeah.
can't see.
You only
You
get
can't
one.
see. Well, that's the point. You
Word,
can't see
yeah.
John Cena.
And there you go. And
You weren't supposed to see him.
I wasn't able to see him, and I was happy about it.
Oh man.
No, but yeah.
That was a good moment. That was a nice moment to do. And again, it's stuff like that it makes you now. It's like you're still gonna get that entertainment. This is wrestling, but you get a little bit of entertainment in there, but done the right way.
But
and done where it's memorable.
Yeah. But you know something like they said this was nostalgia at its best.
Yeah.
Because it does make sense to have Cena come out and help R-Truth, because R-Truth been saying that Cena's his childhood hero and he does the 5 knuckle shuffle and all that. It makes sense.
Yep.
It wouldn't have made sense if John Cena came out to fight Dominic Mysterio or Andrade for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no problem with that type of nostalgia.
Also, again, it's John Cena, so it's like
Nah,
he's been known to fucking.
Let's not throw that
come on
invitation out to this motherfucker.
Come on, man. He is the master of random 6-man tag. Put in John Cena.
Shit.
Likes to be the main
Where's
event for
Teddy
Raw for
Long
weeks.
when we need him?
Oh no! Wait a minute. But can we also say goodbye to that ball spot that he got in the back of his head? Because
Oh yeah, next time he comes, because he said he wants to do one last run. So whenever he does decide to do this run, can we just get clean shaven John Cena? Just come back with the military cut. We don't need this looking like it related
I don't
to
care if he
Ernest.
comes back with the hair and everything like that. He just needs to take care of that little juice spot that he got back there that he needs to put a little yarmulke on, because
Word. Go to the Dominican
the
spot.
minute
They'll
he
put that
turned
powder.
around, all you see is like, oh shit.
Yo, facts. The Dominicans will fix that up for him. He'll be
Word.
Like, we got the front part ready. We're trying to work on the back. Like,
just go to
man.
He'll be all right.
He's waiting for his hair implants, bro. Terrible.
I feel like John Cena could afford to do that.
Look like a
Yeah.
doll.
John Cena could afford to go to the stem cells and get that done to his head.
Go to Hims. There's a pill or some shit. That's what they keep emailing me.
That's the thing.
Oh my god.
That way I don't lose my hair and shit.
All right. Well, so how do we feel about night 1 of the main event? Because we went straight to night 2.
Yeah.
But how do we feel about like night 1 in the main event? Like, how do you feel like that tag team went?
They need to do more in front of Mama Rhodes.
Yeah.
That is my only complaint about that match. Everything else, I think we basically called how it would go, like the Bloodline winning it. Rock did not look bad at all.
No, he didn't.
You could tell Rock was cold as hell though. The minute he took off those pants, instant regret. Like, oh fuck, it's cold out here. But he looked
That's why
fine.
he was trying to move around a lot.
Yeah. Him pouring that water though, I'm just like, oh, you're making yourself even more cold.
Yeah,
Probably
like
not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm like you're not helping this situation out.
Nope, not at all. But no, match was good. That spear had me dying though. The meme that came out of that spear of like, you ever have that fight with your cousin or your little brother? And it's like, don't tell mom, don't tell mom. Don't. I was like, every one of us can relate to that moment.
Yep. Shit.
I hit up my cousin immediately. I'm like, hey, this used to be us. Because I remember we used to fucking wrestle like that to the point that I remember once he threw a control at the back of my head and legit busted my fucking head open. I didn't say shit, but if I accidentally punched him a little bit too hard, that was it.
Yeah.
Like,
I got clothesline on a rocking chair.
Gigi's hardcore. Gigi's hardcore.
No, because they didn't want to really like clothesline me because I was like the littlest one. Yeah. And they figured since the rocking chair goes all the way back, they really made the rocking chair go all the way back. And then I flipped backwards with the rocking chair.
I was gonna say that feels like that's gonna end bad, and yep.
It would have probably been better if they just knocked you on your ass.
It's just not with the rocking chair because I feel like, God forbid, especially depending on how old you were, fucking chair falls on top of you.
Younger than my child right now.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
It's okay. I'm here. We're good.
It's also true. It's like, wait a second. This is also years ago. We're thinking like, damn, you're probably gonna get hurt, but it's like you're good now.
Good. I'm good. I can't breathe for shit right now. You know, I think my nose broke at one point, but it's okay. We're great. Yeah.
Damn.
Just in case if it does, always have this trick to just fucking do the Mel Gibson shit from Lethal Weapon.
I can't do that to myself. Somebody gonna have to do that to me.
I've done it to my shoulder. I've legit had to fucking Mel Gibson put that shit back in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, when I was younger, we was playing video games and I got knocked into a mirror and I got a scar on my forehead for it, and I like so much blood on my face, everything was red. I couldn't pull that shit out. Somebody had to. I had a windshield wiper. The way it works, it has two metal plates on the side so it could slide in. I pulled one out and it went through my finger. And I was like, nope, somebody pull this out of me. It didn't hurt going out, but it's just I can't do this to myself. I can't put myself through this. Someone has to pull this out of me. I can't.
Okay. Gigi's clothesline story was like here.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
Yours just went.
Yours dealt with blood.
Yeah, I don't.
I have another story where I severely concussed myself. But yours deals with blood, so my concussion, even though it lasted me 2 days where I didn't wake up, you know, I don't know.
What? Wait, that's not a wait. What?
You didn't. You was in a coma.
Yeah, that's not a concussion if you're not waking up.
I mean, I did concuss myself in the process of it.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Long story short, I was upset that I didn't get $1 or $2 for ice cream, and my mom was getting money. And a true story, to shut me the fuck up, my father was like, here, right? He was just gonna give me $3. And I was like, cool. I sprinted with excitement and joy from the kitchen to the bathroom because it was kind of connected at that's where how the apartment was. Kitchen, boom, bathroom right there. And there was a step like this big. No. And my correlations were in, where they needed to be at the age, I think it might have been 6. I might have been anywhere, either 5 or 6, maybe not 7. 7, no. I think it was between those age. Anyway, I tripped over it, and we had a tub, and me falling forward, my forehead hit the edge of the tub. Boom, and my head ricocheted and it hit it twice, and then I fell on the floor. And then I woke up in the hospital watching Woody Woodpecker.
Because he was doing what you did to the toilet. Makes sense.
It wasn't to the toilet. It was to the
bathtub. I'm sorry.
The bathtub. The toilet. I don't think I've been.
I'm sorry, but that visual is fucking hilarious because it's like you fucking boom, boom, and then
there
fucking
I have pictures. I will find pictures for y'all where I was at home. They took a picture of me, and I have this big ass fucking black and blue on my forehead, and you can tell just from this, like, you take a picture, this shit, you can tell that shit was out here.
Yeah, you had a fucking chicho on your head.
3D effect.
Jesus, like, you can imagine the fucking chicho that comes out of that shit. Fucking,
and you didn't get no ice cream neither, right? You still ain't get no ice.
You know what? I can't remember.
Damn, because that's the worst part. You did all that and you still ain't getting no ice cream.
No, that was probably the way.
No, I
like,
think I did. I
did.
I think, you know, somebody felt bad in the hospital for me, so they gave me like the hospital ice cream, you know, for kids and stuff. So, but I just woke up and I was just like, Woody Woodpecker's on, and all I was like, I just gotta go to the bathroom. Mom, I just need to go to the bathroom. Gotta pee.
Worst part is you're not supposed to get up for a while, so it's just like the room is spinning.
Yeah, no. It was either that or I pissed on myself. I don't know what was going on. I was just like, I gotta pee. Okay.
Well,
I'm going back to bed. And my mom was like, get the nurse. And I was like, I don't know what's going on.
So you was out for 2 days?
About a day or two. Yeah, like a day and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that cops were questioning my folks thinking they abused me.
Jeez.
Like, that ass. Like, true story.
Oh, man.
And they don't make toilets like,
my
I mean,
mom was like, you
the
gave me the biggest fucking heart attack in the world. Why would I fucking do that to my own kid? You fucking crazy?
Why would I bring her here if I did that to her?
Fix her.
Shit, that's.
Oh man,
I had a concussion, but not like that.
Yeah. All right, I remember like boop, boop. I knocked out.
Yeah.
That's it. That's only 2 incidents I remember of my life being taken to the hospital, like just because I was in and out. That was one, and then the second was when I got stitches underneath my chin.
Ow.
Fun times.
See, kids, this is why we tell you to play outside.
Yeah.
Don't live your life.
Like we said, don't
run anywhere in the house. Now we know why.
Yeah, word.
You might get concussed.
Walk slowly.
Don't try to stop at home.
Walk slowly to get your ice cream.
Y'all over here bitching about no one liking your picture, and Gigi had to get a concussion and knocked out for 2 days to get ice cream. Back in our day, they didn't treat us like kids.
They're not built like us.
Oh man.
Anyway, oh man. So yeah, that's pretty much the WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
Yep.
All in a nutshell. Concussions are real. Wrestling are real. People are fake. The final boss has met his final match with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I just want, you didn't watch Raw, right? Did you?
Did you see up to the point where Rhea Ripley got thrown a chair at her?
So, all right. So you saw the Rock and Cody's promo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they intentionally made that shit awkward? Or was that one of those, fuck, I forgot what we was doing out here?
No. They intentionally did that because though Cody did that more or less to The Rock when he was dashing Cody.
Yeah. I remember
he had the mask on his face and everything like that. He did the same thing to him. He's
was
like,
that you put that in the
I
chat?
hold that title. Pretty much the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know that, it's hard to follow that segment.
Oh, right. But this is why the internet's amazing, because people are going to find this. They are going to be like, oh shit, this is actually an homage to that.
Maybe that's what he gave Cody. His fucking mustache.
Don't give Cody his mustache.
No, maybe he handed Cody the mustache. Because the last time I was champion, you came out interrupting me. You had the mustache. That's probably what it is.
That's what it was. It was his mustache.
We figured it out. We fucking figured it out.
His mustache.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. When they reveal that shit at SummerSlam, I don't want to hear shit about nobody saying nothing. We said it.
It's okay. By SummerSlam, I'll have my mustache back as well.
That's right. And whatever hair color Gigi decides to do for the summer, Ray will do it too.
No, I'm gonna get my color. I'm just gonna squeeze the whole bottle all around you and just like fuck your shit up.
Word.
Why?
Your hair gonna be yellow by the time she's done with it.
Jesus.
No, that takes whoa. That requires like bleach and shit. That's a lot of work, man. I'd rather just get something where I know it's just gonna come out 1, 2, 3 like that. You know, like I could do black, but
that's just my
I'm gonna
natural
give him
hair color.
green. I'm gonna put green in there.
No.
I'm gonna put green in there, green and red, and be like, look, Cosmic, he's trying to be like you, and just put green all over you.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
June 28th, Battle Club Pro presents Let's Go Battle Club, live from Brooklyn.
That's right.
Wait, June?
Oh, no, April 28th. Jesus, that's how tired
I was like, June? Holy
April 28th. April 28th.
He's trying to fuck y'all up on purpose.
How dare you? Joe!
I'm sorry.
Joe, if you see this, look what he's doing. He's pushing your shit back all the way to June. This is who you hire? This is who you have on the Spanish announce team with Danny Nemesis?
I fucked it up because I said it in English. That's why.
See?
I would have known what to say in Spanish, but I said it in English.
We're gonna have to get Ray a sign that he can just lift up. I'm sorry.
Legit, just wherever I go. I'm sorry. But yes, April 28th, Battle Club Pro presents Let's Go Battle Club
in Brooklyn.
Word. You would be able to watch the show on YouTube or Fight TV, wherever the fuck they have it, by June. but no, the live shit is April.
Yeah, in April it will be available on, I believe, Title Match Wrestling Network.
Yep.
But it will be available eventually on YouTube. Certain matches will be available, and the Spanish part of it, I believe, will be making available mostly as well.
That's right.
Tune into that.
Word. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads after WrestleMania. Peace, everybody.
Doses.